That makes sense.
We ready?
Oh, we ready.
Oh, this is so highly anticipated.
Is it?
Oh, hell yeah, it is. Are you kidding? Once we like announce like that you're here and people are gonna hear.
I know
your
why
voice.
because are we rolling?
Yeah, we good. We are.
I know why because you was talking shit. And can we curse? Can I curse?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna go crazy. I don't go crazy.
Yeah.
But you was talking crazy. You had something to say about me, and I caught wind of it on social. That's the power of social media. That's the power of social media. Like you see things, and it's like, what I do now? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm here. You had a lot to say. I'm face to face. I bring it to your door like Domino's Pizza. Like I heard you was talking crazy. You had a lot to say on the internet. You had a lot to say on social media. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. We had a little back and forth. Then we hopped in the DMs, and you was like, yo, whatever. I said, okay, cool. It's all love. But now I'm here in Toronto to have this conversation with y'all.
Jeez. Well, if anyone didn't realize, we got Moneybags Mall in the building.
Moneybag Mall.
Moneybag Mall in the building.
We got a ball in the pick. We got a ball in the pick.
Moneybag Mall is hilarious.
This is like a crazy Relentless exclusive.
Yeah.
Like we got Chloe last month. We got Mal this month. I think we're on like a
Chloe,
roll.
does she smell good in person?
Amazing.
Yeah? She looks like she smells.
Great.
Yeah, she looks like she smells really, really good. Like
Amazing.
I like that, like about women, like women that know the right scent to put on. Like I like that.
Whatever you think, yeah.
Yeah, no, I could tell. I could see it. I could tell she takes care of herself. Yeah, definitely.
I'm dead.
She drinks a lot of water. I can tell.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not right. I'm not wrong, right, fellas?
It looks
like,
about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about
I
right.
only saw her drink water.
Yeah,
so
good skin, good skin.
I didn't see it.
Y'all, you just lying.
Now I'm going with it.
Yeah. I could tell good skin. You know, like she smells good. She take care of herself.
No, she's actually
She's
very
really
beautiful.
nice.
Super
Really
nice.
nice.
Very
She seems like very respectful.
Gorgeous skin.
Like she was raised the right way. Yeah, she can tell.
Yeah, everyone, welcome to episode 31?
Episode 31. I like that number.
5.
Season 5?
No, season 4. I'm bumping.
Season 4?
We're season 4. Sorry, I'm living ahead.
Well, let me first thank y'all for having me and opening up y'all space for me to come kick it with y'all.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Like I said, everyone has been like, I let a few people know that this was happening. I don't like to post beforehand. I didn't want to gas it too much, in case, not to say you were gonna flop, but sometimes things.
Nah, one thing about me, if I tell you I'm gonna do something, because I feel bad if I tell you I'm gonna do something and I don't do it. Like it bothers me. Like it's like I feel crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something. So if I can't do it, I'll just be like, I'll try to make it happen. But I told you, I was like, yeah, I'll come.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like from the jump, he was like, yeah, he's like, your show for sure. And I was like, I messaged them like,
well,
yo.
like I said, only because you was talking a little spicy about me. So I just want to hear it face to face. What's up? Yeah. No, we right to it. What's up? Like I'm here.
Yeah, okay.
Let's
The
get
floor
right
is
to
yours.
it.
We are not.
Yeah, I'm not with all like what's
This is
up,
an
man?
AB conversation. The floor is yours.
So for anyone who doesn't know, right? First of all, Mal and I have a very deep history, and we'll get into it. I feel like
Yes.
No,
but someone else.
We will.
Someone else.
We will.
No, but I
think
feel
we
like
to Canada for no.
Chill.
But you are going to be biased, so someone else needs to tell the story.
No, 100%. Let me tell the story.
Wait, are we related?
No.
Because if you throw that on me, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, like I had no idea. I'm sorry. But all right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, we're not related.
Okay.
But we have a deep history, which you probably don't know. But we'll get into it because low-key, everyone except for you two in the room was involved in the story, which you probably don't even know.
She's making it sound way crazier than it.
But
like it
but
sounds
honestly,
crazy.
in theory, when you think about it, it is kind of crazy.
I'm excited.
Okay, anyways.
And the way you described it is like, oh, we have history. Like
We
the way
do
that
have
you-
Right?
Yeah.
History is
Like,
a heavy word. It's
She's
like,
making it sound crazy.
When I explain it, it's gonna be as crazy as making it sound.
All right,
Anyways,
all right, I'm here.
So the reason why Mal is here, other than us being great, is because we had an episode named after Mal. Right? The episode was called 70 Money Bags.
Yeah.
Why was it called 70 Money Bags? Was because Mal, and we counted Trey behind the camera. Literally,
Trey is you? All right, that's what's
Trey
up.
counted.
Now all of a sudden he could count all of a sudden, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He counted. You put 70 money bags.
Yeah.
Under Yes Jules' photo.
Absolutely. Should I FaceTime Jules? I feel like I should FaceTime.
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
You should.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, the
She
way
probably
That's
with-
amazing
she probably
content.
She probably with her daughter and stuff. I'm not.
yeah,
gonna do
don't do that.
That's amazing content.
I mean, if she would answer, she's alone for sure.
that. No, if I call her, she would answer, but I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I'll text her first.
Okay, yeah, text her and see what happens.
Yeah, I'll text her first. But go ahead. I'm
But
listening.
okay, so that's what we called him out because I was like, yo, there's no way, respectfully, and we were trying to figure out, did he hit the money bag 70 times? Did he hit one and copy and paste and keep going? Because 70 money bags under a white woman's photo.
But wait, I see. All right, hold on, wait. Why we gotta go to?
We're violent here, eh?
Yeah, no, I see that you came in hot right there. All right, hold on, but why we gotta go? All right, so is it because she's a white woman, or is it because of the 70 money bags?
Both.
Okay, but did you have an issue with it?
It was just like, listen, you are known for, because even people who don't, like when I said like, yo, we're gonna have Mal, like who's Mal? And I'm like, yo, do you know the guy that I do? They're like, yo, the money bag guy. Like people just know. Some people who
It's
don't
so
even.
Can I tell you how funny it is that that's turned into a thing?
What do you mean?
That's hilarious.
That's
You
a life
made
of its own.
it a
Yeah, it's
thing.
more than a thing.
Yep.
That's the. Can I ask y'all something? Oh, pause right there.
Yeah.
Who's the girl y'all be having on here?
The girl. Which one?
You had her on here, I think maybe twice. I think I seen her on here.
Shans?
We've had a lot of girls twice on here.
Damn, I forgot her name.
Was
She looks
she
great.
dark skin?
No, I know who you're talking
I think
about.
I know who he
Because
means.
I feel like I've seen you.
The final boss.
Yes, I've seen you in her comments with the money bags.
Oh,
And I talk about Annabelle.
I don't know her name. I don't know.
Is she
that.
fitness
oh,
girl?
whoa, I'll pull up
Yeah.
a picture for you.
Yeah, if you're talking about the fitness.
You know who I'm talking about.
If you're talking about because I see you are in her comments with the money bags like it's nothing.
Yeah, she's talented.
Yeah. She's very talented.
You like that word, right? Like I did
The
that. Yeah.
fitness
No,
person's
she
talented?
takes it very serious. She takes
Okay,
her
yeah.
fitness very serious.
And that's
Yeah.
a talent.
Yeah.
She's been on. She's my homegirl, like
Okay.
in real life, like homegirl. She's
Okay.
been on. Well, once with Tresor here because Tresor came on in season 3, and then once we had her on season 2, season 1. We had her on season 1. We had her on early.
There's some funny crossover with that episode too.
Yeah.
We'll get to that too.
Funny concert with who? With me or with?
That episode. But keep going.
What do you mean?
That episode,
That we had Annabelle on the very first time we had her on.
what you went home to go and do.
Was that the same day?
Yes, it was.
Worlds
Oh,
collide.
the serendipity of this episode is crazy.
So if you may or may not
Hold on,
remember,
wait, stop. Before we get to that, the money bags, which let's think.
Yeah.
So yeah, you put 70 money bags. I just think it's like, okay, so you're known for your money. I hope you know that. Like people who don't even know you for like your success in your pod and all that stuff, people are just like, yo, he's the money bag guy. Like on Instagram, because you be in every IG, whether they have 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 1,000,000 followers.
Spread love.
You are in there with the money bags.
Spread love, yeah.
It's the Brooklyn one.
so
Exactly.
let's break this down a little bit first, just for the people who don't know. But first of all, I want to give you your flowers because I definitely soldier boyed that. Took your whole swag, took your whole flow. So much so that I kind of became the money bag guy for this like little circle. The diamond and the money bag. That was my thing. Before I got in my, the relationship that I'm in now in my past days.
Right.
The diamond and the money bag were my first 2 emojis.
Okay.
On my thing. So that kind of became a thing.
Yeah.
But so how do you feel first of all for the whole if Mal puts money bags under her photos, I don't want her type vibe? Do you feel like that's kind of dirty macking or like putting some stain on your name that's not needed?
Nah, man, I take a lot of that as just jokes, man. I don't really. I
It's
think
a real thing though.
I know it's a real thing, but I think once people, if people ever get the chance to like kick it with me and know me on a personal level, they know that it's just all fun and love, and it's not no real thing. So when somebody says like, "Yo, if Mal put money bags on the picture," like I don't want to, I laugh at that because I like to think that I got good taste. So it's like I think you would want if I'm putting money bags under their pictures, but it's not just. I don't want to just leave it to women. I put money bags under nice cars that I like, vacation homes. Like I'm very, very across the board with this thing. It's just that people only notice the women.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But if you go to some vacation destinations and it's a nice little backdrop,
Bora
waterfall,
Bora.
the money bags is there.
How many money bags?
Yeah, see.
Well, it
That's
depends.
the question, really. Yeah,
It
70's
depends.
a lot, you know?
Yeah, but it depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on the time of day. It's a lot of variables in this thing. It's deeper than people think. It's like it's art, and it's like whatever you feel at the moment, that's what you have to give it. So it's just showing love and appreciation to things that you see that you like. That's all.
Talent's talent, yeah.
So money bag scouting, is this more of an explore page thing? Is this like the talent gets sent to you?
Recruitment.
That has started a while ago. Like a lot of people will DM me certain things, and they're like, "Yo, like."
Does this get them like a Michelin star? It's the Mal
that's
star.
exactly what it is. It's the Mal star. It's not the Michelin star. It's the Mal, which is more important. The Mal star is more important than the Michelin star. We don't care about that in our culture. We don't care about the Michelin star. Yeah. The money bag means more. So it's kind of like that thing where it's like, hey, I think that I would like to think that I have good taste in anything. So if I stamp it, this is something that I think you would enjoy too as well. That's all it is. It's very simple. It's not as complicated as people make it out to be. It's very simple. But it's turned into something that's fun now because some girls will curse me out in the DMs like, Now you got me in the house arguing with my boyfriend. And I'm like, yo, listen, just tell dude he won.
The money bag's ruining families and
It
relationships.
is.
But it should. How strong is your relationship if my money bag's ruined?
That's true. That's true. That's valid.
At that point, I feel like I'm helping you. I'm helping you
To
get
know
away
the
from some
truth.
bullshit. Yeah, like I
Nah,
said, at
that's
that point, I
facts.
think I'm helping you get out of
You're
something you don't want to be in.
expediting something, yeah.
Exactly. But it's all in just about having fun and using social media to brand yourself and
That
just have
branding
fun.
is 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It is. Like, I'll give like your flowers. Like, that is like it's 10 out of 10.
I like having fun, man. I just like having fun, and I like people engaging with each other, and I like when I leave money bags and people comment under it like, damn, what the hell you doing here? And
Yes.
I'm like, ooh, same thing you doing here. Like, it's very simple. It's
Any
very
girl
simple.
from Toronto who's probably from the East African
Oh God,
Oh yeah.
like
yeah.
Toronto has a
ethnicity.
special place in my heart.
Oh, Mal loves. I can meet an Ethiopian girl, follow her. First picture
man.
I pick, money bags, and I'm like, yo, how did you find her?
Yeah, it's just.
2,000 followers.
She's from Melbourne. Like,
Yeah.
how do you even, like, what's going on?
But I found her, and now I'm letting everybody know, like, hey, you should find her too, right? Like, I'm just trying to show love and appreciation for, like, this is a woman that seems like she has a great future ahead of her. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
That's funny. 'Cause everyone's like, so how'd you get Mal on? Did he put money bags on your photo? Like, yo, Mal's never put money bags on my photo.
Oh,
All right, now
shit.
wait.
So are you insulted that he's never
No,
put
no, no,
money
no.
bags
I
on
won't
you?
lie. At first, I was kind of like, yeah, like a lot of these
See,
bitches
that's
got
fucked
money.
up.
I'm like, not in a bad way. Mal's a great guy. Now that
But
I've
here's
met
the
him in real
difference.
life,
Here's the
I've been
difference.
like, damn.
I only didn't do that because I was like, I don't want her to feel like I'm only doing that because we had this exchange.
Oh, okay.
Not saying you're not money bag. You're beautiful, and your personality is like A1.
Thank
So
you.
that alone is like money bag worthy. But I was like, yo, if I start putting money bags under her pictures, she might be like, yo, get away from me. Like, get
And
away
knowing
from
me,
me.
I would.
Yeah, so
100%.
I was
yo,
like, cause she dropped something. It was one of you was on a beach, and I was like, hold up now. I was like, I'm going to Toronto, man. We might have to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on. But then I was like, nah, let me keep it cool, cause I ain't want to ruffle no feathers. So yeah, but you're money bag worthy. I'm let all the guys know, 1,000% she's money bag worthy.
So now let's get to you and Zoe's history. Cue the conspiracy
Are
music.
you can't start. Let me start the story because actually you gotta start it because you kind of.
Me and Zoe's history is now I'm
History.
nervous.
How we get?
But let me paint the scene first.
Yeah, I'm like, you see, I reached for the strap just now. Like, hold on.
Let
Okay,
me paint the
paint it.
scene first.
It was snowing.
It was
snowing.
was
We were
snowing.
in
No,
the
but we gotta start
pandemic.
from the beginning because
Yes,
you're gonna
we're-
start from when it actually like the day where I left to do it. But you got to start from before that, and which you
Okay.
probably don't know.
Okay, start from before that.
So
The prequel.
The
Yeah.
prequel.
Okay,
It's 2021.
I'm scared already.
Dude, you can hit it.
Whenever somebody says 2021, I'm like, what the fuck was I doing
It's
there?
2021.
Okay,
We're in about round 2 of lockdown.
okay.
We're in winter.
Yeah.
It's dark outside. We ain't got shit to do. When I'm
Yes.
talking like we're bored, we're bored.
Yes.
People are drinking.
I'm waking up smoking weed instantly.
Yeah, I remember
My
those
friends
times.
and I are doing hookah
Yeah,
at 6 a.m.
living reckless.
Reckless. I'm drinking like I've never drank before, abusing the hell out of substances.
Government's giving you 2 racks a month.
Well, I was
Balling.
still working.
Balling.
I wish I was getting 2 racks
Great
a month.
time,
But yeah,
great
great time.
Classe Azul 1942 were at an all-time high.
Oh,
We
yeah,
are
shrimp.
wilding,
Sold out everything.
wilding inside.
Lobster. Yeah, I know.
Right? All of a sudden, this app comes out. Everyone's like, damn, what's this app? Everyone's using it. You got to get a code. Someone has to reference you. You can't, not everyone's allowed in. You got to get someone to co-sign you to get on this app. There's mad celebrities on this app. You can talk to anybody on this app.
Okay.
I said, word? What's this app? My friend's all, yo, I'm going to get you on.
Raya?
No. Oh, damn. You are Raya, though?
No, I'm not on Riot, but I was accepted to get on Riot.
Oh, okay,
I never created the account.
So my girl's like, yo, listen, you're trying to start, you're doing your podcast. It'd be good for you to come on this network.
Okay.
Get your voice heard. I said, okay, bet. I'm good with this talking shit.
Okay.
Okay, cool. She sends me the invite. You've been invited to Clubhouse.
Okay.
I said, okay, cool. I'm on Clubhouse. I'm navigating, jumping into rooms.
Yeah.
Things are all cute, whatever.
Yeah.
I go into this room now. Let's say it's a random Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
The room's called For the Love of Mal Casting.
Oh shit.
I said, and I'm just in the room as a regular civilian. I'm in the what's it called? The gallery,
audience.
the audience.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I hear, I like Zoe. Bring her up. Ding.
Yeah.
I get a green badge.
Okay.
I'm up on the stage.
Okay.
I said, I have no idea what's going on. Respectfully, I never listened to your old podcast.
Okay.
So I had no idea what this title was, what I was doing. All I know is For the Love of Mal. I didn't really know who you were at the time.
I love it.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So they're like, okay, yeah, we're doing this show on Clubhouse called For the Love of Mal. If you listen to the podcast he was previously on, this is what they do. I said, okay, cool. Like, asking me questions. I'm doing this casting. You weren't even in the room yet, by the way.
Okay.
They just talking to me, where you from, blah, blah. Okay, go on her Instagram. Okay, she's bad, blah, blah. Keep her. I said, okay, word. All right, come back Thursday. We're going to have Mal on, and you're going to compete for his love.
Okay.
I said, okay. So I'm like, all right, guys. So
It's coming back to me. Okay.
so I'm like, all right, guys. So I'm telling my homies, like, yo, by the way, like, I'm doing this thing on Clubhouse called For the Love of Mal. For the Love of Mal?
Yeah.
I said, yeah. They're like, you doing For the Love of Mal? I said, yeah. They're like, yo, Zoe, you got to do For the Love of Mal. Like, this is it. Like,
Okay.
you got to do it.
This is it.
This
It's
is
hilarious.
it.
This is it. It's
Yo,
hilarious. This is it.
had dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are like, men, okay? I
Okay.
don't think any woman was just men. Yo, you got to do
Never any
For the
women.
Love.
Always the guys. Never any women telling you no shit like that.
You got to For the Love of Mal. You got to. So I said, okay. We recorded that day.
Yeah, and we're
Go
recording.
ahead.
Annabelle's there,
Yeah.
Gotta keep it together. Everything. She's there.
Keep it together.
We're recording.
Yeah, I know.
We just started a podcast. We're in like the rehearsal factory. There's bands like next to us in the room. Like the sound sounds terrible and everything. I'm packing up all these chords, and Zoe goes, "Yeah, I gotta get home. Like I really gotta get home." And I'm like, "This girl's she's helping me, put equipment away. She never helps me put
Right,
put
pack
equipment
it
away.
up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And she's saying, she's like, "Yeah, I gotta get home, and I gotta get on Clubhouse." I'm like, what do you mean you gotta get on?
Yeah.
It's like an errand you gotta
It's
run.
it's the pandemic, but that's weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but all right,
Yeah.
all right, bet. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm on For the Love of Mal," and I'm like, yo, Zoe, we do a podcast, right?
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "You know who Mal is, right? And she's like, "Yeah, now I do."
Yeah.
And then we're in the car, and we're driving back. I've got all this equipment in my back, and then she draw me back, and then you zip home.
Yeah, you were like, hey, you're like, good luck. He knocked on the window.
Good luck?
He said, yo, good luck.
Okay, all right.
He said, I'm gonna be in the room. I said, bet. So I went home, took a shower, got cozy.
Put perfume on and
Okay,
everything,
let's
even
relax.
though it was
Now
through
you-
the phone.
now
Like,
you-
Yeah. Okay.
Gotta really get in the whole
It was like a
vibe.
real date.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
100%.
Yeah,
And I went to compete for your love.
I remember that.
And I never got chosen.
I remember.
I think I made it to like round 2.
I was
Round
texting
But
two.
it wasn't. I wasn't doing the choosing though.
Yeah, you were.
How?
Because you were in the room at that time. Because like, okay, Ma, we got the girls together, blah, blah, blah. Like, this was the competition day.
But I felt like they were the ones that were kind of picking the.
No,
girl.
remember, I had a casting that you weren't involved in.
Okay, so
this
when
is competition day.
Okay.
So this is like you're in
I
the room.
eliminated you,
Yeah, like round 2.
then it must have been.
I know, it was a vote. I don't think you personally eliminated
That's
me.
what I'm
but
saying.
It was a vote.
It was a board of directors.
Yeah, it was a board
Okay,
of directors.
so see,
a
it wasn't
vote.
me. It wasn't me. Okay,
But I
okay.
made it to, I think, like round 2, maybe 3. I didn't make it like to like the final.
You did though, like kind of separate yourself from like the
Yeah.
other women, and I remember the moment that you impressed Mal.
What was the moment I impressed?
was this the one with the help of us?
Yes, this was, and I think you were the person.
We were kinda-
you were the person who came through for this.
We
I
kind
didn't-
of
I don't
Niggas
reply
were
fast
feeding
enough.
me after.
we
by
kind
the
of
way.
deflated the ball a little bit, Patriot
Deflategate,
style.
yeah.
a little bit. I believe the question was
Patriots.
name the members of Griselda, and we didn't want to make it too like
Yeah.
So we're like, bro, these are it's Benny,
Yeah.
it's Conway,
Yeah.
it's blah 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 blah. But like, make it seem like you don't really know for sure, because then it's gonna give it
Yeah,
away.
okay,
'cause
got
we
you,
know
got you.
don't,
You gotta
like-
sell it. You gotta sell it.
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
did a pretty good job. She's like, I think one of those
oh
like,
my God.
I think Benny the Butcher or something.
Great actress.
We're like, yes.
Yeah.
And you were like,
Great.
yup. I remember you were like, yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when I knew we were gonna be good. Like,
Okay.
And that's the thing when I made it to round 2.
Yeah.
That would get you to round 2. Knowing
Yeah.
Benny, I would be like, oh yeah, she's dope. Gotta keep her. You know
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher. Gotta
Little
keep
do
her.
we know, it was Tresor who was telling me.
So y'all worked together as a
Yeah.
team.
Oh yeah, my phone was going
You know,
off.
I always
so
want-
many guys were like, "Yo," like I think there was one answer where it was like, or one question was like, "You're at some spot and you want to stay for hookah or something," and blah blah. And guys were like, "Yo, say this, like say this, or it was like dinner with your brother or Birkin bag."
Okay.
And it was like, I was like, "Yo, you gotta say it, you gotta say it." And I'm like, "Yo, what is going on right now?" It
That's
was wild.
hilarious. Wow, that was a great time. We found so many ways to entertain ourselves in that
Right?
pandemic.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Right?
That's so funny. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, it's like, okay, I definitely remember.
You know where the history's at.
And I
know
think
that.
that was just a testament of, Toronto can be very divisive, but when one of our own is on a pedestal, we stick together.
y'all come
Even though
together.
it doesn't benefit all of us,
Yeah.
we still want us, because a win for one is a win for all.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. We hope.
So she didn't win. You kicked her to the curb. And then
It was a vote. It wasn't just me. I didn't kick her to the
Yes.
curb.
And then I remember it was the two girls one, and you were supposed to take both of them out. Did
Yeah.
that ever happen?
No. It never happened.
So then, now we're gonna keep it real. So after
yeah.
she got kicked to the curb, other rooms were made
Uh-huh.
that weren't really talking about you in the best likeness
Okay.
of some of the girls.
Mm-hmm.
There was a post game interview room.
For sure there was.
And it was kind of a, I don't even know who that guy think he 40, he on Clubhouse. Why you
I said that?
I don't think you necessarily said that.
Oh, I
but
was
there
like,
was a post game
for sure.
smear mall campaign
Yeah.
for a few of the losers. And I was sitting in there like,
So it was a loser's
this
locker
ain't
room,
right.
basically.
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
kind of like, damn, this isn't right, bro.
You know
Because
what
like
I
y'all
said?
were in
I must
here.
get very X-rated. I definitely flamed you in that room because you said something about eating ass. You
Yeah.
made a comment about eating ass or like saying that, but you said something. I'm like, bro, so how do you expect? You said something like you wouldn't do something, but like you would expect something. I'm like, bro, I'm like, so how would you expect to get this if you're not gonna do that? I
can't-
forgot what it was, but that's I was like, yo, I'm like,
I can't remember that.
yeah.
I
But
said
was-
I said I would eat ass.
I don't know if you said you would eat ass or I don't remember what it was, but it was something where like you wouldn't do it, but you would expect to get something done, and I was like, what?
Okay, so I was being selfish.
100%.
Okay.
And I was like, how this man got me competing and he won't even do a little something? I forgot if you wouldn't eat. Would you eat ass?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm the eat ass president of the United States
Okay,
of
so
America.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, Zoe, you might be right. What you say about Americans and eating.
oh, they love it.
That's a thing where Toronto and Canadian men in general, at least outwardly, we don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what
I was
people
about to
do.
say,
Like
in
the
their
way, like
own
how
home.
proud, like the way you said
He
that.
just said
Even no
eating
Toronto
ass
man would ever.
president.
Like,
Bro, look,
yeah.
That hasn't really transferred over here yet.
It's okay. It
We
will.
just got to Coochie about 5-10
yeah,
years
y'all
ago.
just started
We're
admitting
behind.
it 5
Yeah,
years ago.
admitting
There
it
we go.
5-10 years
Bro,
ago.
it's almost impossible not to. Like if it's your girl, I'm not saying just run around and do it to everybody. I'm just saying like if it's your girl, it's almost impossible not to. Like when you really think about it,
Did this come with age, or were you just always like this from a young age?
it came with age, but it's just like if you have a girl, right? Your objective is to protect and please and provide and all those things. So sexually, if you with your lady, I mean, I don't see how you wouldn't want to explore every part of her body.
Look at that.
If it's your lady, right? If it's your house,
Look at
if
that,
it's your
a
house,
king.
you don't,
And she's smiling like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah.
Because she
Yeah.
been trying to parade this for a long time.
Men need to start loving every inch of your
Listen,
woman, even if it's in her
where you live
ass.
at, where you live at, you explore every room, right?
Yes.
It's not a room in your house you
Actually-
haven't been in yet.
You might peek into the attic. You might not necessarily go all the way.
Peek into your lady's ass. Just take a peek. You ain't got to go in there and start like rearranging furniture and shit like that. Just take a peek. Just
A
look in.
glimpse.
Just look
A
in.
glimpse.
Like, oh, okay. Because that's how it starts. And then once you see how she reacts to it, and it's like, okay, like you know that you're pleasing your woman, and that's your job. Because if you're not doing it, guess what?
So you're trying to tell me that you reserve that for ladies with exclusive status in your life? I'm not jacking
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, you think I eat? You think
I'm
every
not
girl-
saying you eat every ass, but like if it's a game 7 and you got called up from the G League, you're gonna try to put on your best
I'm
performance.
going
bro.
crazy.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You just joined the team. You haven't been with them all season.
But you can't introduce it to a woman too soon. Because she may not be into that.
She's gonna put you in a category.
Exactly.
Like the
She
eat
may,
ass
and then she
thing.
may think that you do that often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get that stigma on you too. But it's just weird when I hear men kind of like, nah, I wouldn't do that. And I'm like, but how?
Thank you. How?
Like, I just don't understand how you wouldn't. Like,
I would say
One of our most viral videos is Tresor talking about how awful, disgusting eating ass is.
All right, why do you think it's awful and disgusting?
I don't think those are my exact words. My
That's
words,
where the waste comes out of.
My words were, when humans were made, I do not think God designed us to be eaten. Mm-hmm. And waste, like things go out of that. They don't necessarily go in.
You know, they go out of the vagina as well.
Yes, but I feel like vaginas are more of like a self-regulating type of thing, where it's like it's easier to maintain the cleanliness of those things. And I just feel like my main thing is, that's why, okay, maybe if it's your lady, you have a deeper level of trust
And
in
intimacy,
her.
yeah.
But there are a lot of girls that like aren't your girl that would want you to do such a thing if you would be able to do it. And I just feel like I can't necessarily trust the cleanliness of
You smart.
Nadine, Christine, Pauline, Charlene, you know?
Yeah. Definitely.
So I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet.
How old are you?
27.
You about 2 years away.
And I'm not, and I've never said never. I've never been one of those dudes that said never. I'll never say never. I'm just saying I have not gotten there yet.
Let me tell you, I said
not.
never at one point. I was one of those guys.
And then
like,
you turned 29.
And then that was it.
Word.
Now, was this after it was done to you first, or you did it first?
No, I did it first.
So what age did you get to when you started receiving?
That's uncharted.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
I wanted you to lick my ass?
No,
What? Is that what it was?
there was an ass eating. Yes, you said you were like, okay, like yeah, if you're eating her ass, she has to reciprocate. And I think I asked him like, well, I'm like, are you getting like your ass waxed on a regular? And you were like, no. And I was like, well, if you're not getting your ass waxed on a regular, how do you expect to get your ass eaten?
Well, I'm not a super hairy guy. I know some guys are like I got cousins. I'm like, yo, how you got hair on your shoulders like that? Like, you know, the super hairy guys. I'm not one of those guys.
She also chastised us for a good 15 minutes last episode about men not shaving and not
like
not
looking
asshole.
in your booty hole
Oh, yeah.
and not scaping
She's
your
saying
booty
we
hole.
should take peeks into our.
100%.
Y'all got the Manscaped, the clippers. Y'all don't. Y'all Manscaped.
Yeah, we manscaped, but she was shocked that I've never seen what my asshole looks like.
Okay. I've never seen my asshole either. So.
Yeah,
But I'm
this isn't a
saying, if
mystery.
you like to receive booty action,
You should definitely manscape. You should
Yeah.
definitely keep everything in order, just the same way a woman would. You know, you gotta keep everything groomed, keep everything, you know, the hygiene.
and I know what my asshole looks like.
Well, it's different for y'all because y'all get waxes, y'all get
That's what he was saying
things
too.
like
Yeah,
that. Like y'all be spread eagle. Like I'm not spread eagle with the Manscaped going crazy. I'm not doing that.
And that's all
That,
I was saying.
that was the bone of contention, you know,
Yeah.
just the method.
I'm
She
not-
wanted me to
throwing-
bend over in the mirror and look
Yeah,
at
no,
my...
we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, we not. That's going crazy. That's now we
just-
losing our minds. If men start doing that, it's like we in trouble. It's like that's not for us. We just kind of got to guess. Like, all right, I think I got everything.
Yeah.
Like we just got to guess. With women,
That's
because
real.
y'all wear a lot of like different bikinis.
yeah, and
things
obviously,
like that.
if I'm bent over in back shots, you're gonna see my asshole.
Yeah,
So I
because
gotta
nothing
make
traumatizes
sure.
a man more than bending a girl over and just seeing like hair in her butt.
That's traumatizing.
Oh my god,
Trauma. You know what the word traumatizing means?
Absolutely,
Do you?
You think it's traumatizing to see a little hair in a booty hole?
not hair, but it's the fact that now the hair it traps things.
That is true. I agree
It
with
could be
that.
tissue, baby wipe. It could be
Yeah.
cotton from your underwear, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like things get caught up in the hair.
Oh, 100%.
And if I see that, I'm kind of like, it's like kind of going into your kitchen and you think you're the only one home and there's somebody in the kitchen too. It's like,
You close the kitchen door and someone's there like a jump
yeah,
scare.
it's kind of like, whoa, like, all right.
No, I agree, but that's why people are like, people are like, I told my cousin, I'm like, yo, I get like laser hair removal, so like everything, like full body, everything's off. She's like, oh, but you're an adult, like you're a grown woman, like isn't that? And I'm like, no,
This is not
because
the
hair
70s.
traps bacteria. You're right, hair traps bacteria. Also, I just like to be completely
Barbie
smooth
doll.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Now would you
Barbie doll.
now would you do the ass eating?
No, that's not my bag. Respectfully,
Never.
Let me tell you something about. I don't know how it is for. I'm gonna talk to the fellas. Hold on.
Yeah, what's the point A to B on this? Like, did you have to inquire about it? Was it just
No.
were you ambushed by it? Like,
It was a straight. I was attacked. So now the first time it happened, right? She's she's performing oral. You know, she's giving me. I'm like, okay, but I notice she's keep going a little lower. So I'm looking. I'm like, okay, and then I feel it kind of like pushing my legs back a little. Like I'm sitting on the edge of the couch, and she's kind of like pushing, and she's going low, and I'm like, I know she ain't trying to do what I think, because I had never had that before.
Yeah, but she was.
But I was like, okay, like I know my hygiene's up to par. Like I'm not shy. Okay, go ahead. I'm trying to see where she go, and then she did it, and I was like, oh. Listen, I'm as hetero gets, bro. You understand what I'm telling you? Like,
no, I know.
And we love all our people. Straight, whatever you want to be, love is love. But in that moment, I gotta be honest, I've never felt more vulnerable in my entire life. Because it's like you don't know if she's doing it to kind of see if
legs in the
not at first. It wasn't legs in the air at first. Now it's like I'm a convertible. Like my shit's be straight. Yeah. But this is Yeah. This. Oh no! Listen. Laugh now, smile later. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna listen. I just want to come back here and I want to have this conversation in 10 years. I want to have this conversation again because I guarantee you, each and every one of the men in this room are gonna be like, "Yo,
okay,
yo," because it's just one of those things where it's like you don't know until you know. Like, oh shit, because it's like if you like getting oral. And then you letting the woman just like do what she wants to do because I don't know how it is with women in Canada, but the women in America it's like part of a bundle package now. It comes with Wi-Fi.
Really?
It's like
the standard packaging rate.
Yo, you don't have to ask for. But listen, I'm gonna be honest
here
with you.
We're still kind of just on like the 3G for $90 a month.
Okay, not too much.
I have a theory though. If a woman hasn't done it to you yet, it's either because she thinks that you're just totally against that, or your hygiene is not up to par enough for her to want to do that. Because let me tell you something. When a woman is really into you, it's not too much that she's not willing to do with you.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So have you been into men?
Have I been into
like
men?
really, really liked somebody?
100%.
And you still didn't do it? Why?
Well, I honestly didn't think that he would want it. But my
So
thing
if
is,
he
I
said
won't lie.
he said he wanted it.
I think I'm at that point in my life now, and this is me being very honest. If I really if it was like a guy that I think it'd have to be like my boyfriend, like at least my partner, someone that I trust 100%. I would test it. I would definitely test it.
I'm telling you, it's
but
a thing,
but
bro.
it would have to also be like, yo, we gotta talk about it. Like, yo, I want minimal hair.
It gotta be right.
Yeah.
It gotta be right.
Because I'm not just going in there and I'm just blind.
But in America, I promise y'all, you don't have to. If they into you and your hygiene is up to par, they are down with
Hygiene's the biggest thing, I would say.
So is this something that you have to prepare for?
100%.
Or are girls? No, but I'm saying like, is it like you just bag something at Soho House after a long night out and you got back to the crib and you're getting to it, or is it like girls where you have to be fresh out the shower?
I've had it where I met a girl and the first time we hooked up, she did that.
Straight out the club?
No, not straight out the club.
Or like straight out an event?
The first time we ever did it, like she like
was
everything.
with it,
Oh, wash and set, everything.
Oh my.
Yeah. Gangster. Yeah. And I know how like I see how y'all looking. I used to look the same way. Like, word.
Hey,
like,
no judgment here.
No. Even
What?
listen, bro, you could judge me. Life is great. You hear me? Life is amazing. I'm not tripping about nothing. But I understand the hesitancy and the like reserve where men are like, damn, I'm not there because I was there
Yeah,
at one
I'm
point
definitely
too.
not there.
You're 27. You're not supposed to be there.
I'll never say never once again, but I'm not there.
But
I'm not
trust
even
me,
close.
trust me, when it finally does happen, when they don't do it, you're gonna like, hey, hold on.
What, you rationing?
Yeah, you ain't finished.
You ain't done yet.
Because it's a next.
Yo, that's crazy.
You know what it is? It's a next level of. It's like, man, I feel good. Like I'm relaxed. I'm ready to like really go to work here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to put it down because, again, if you're with somebody and this is your partner, you're intimate. It should be all about exploring each other, finding out what makes that person, turns them on, gets them aroused, gets the blood flowing, so that you can perform and have a better sex. Because a lot of people, I say this a lot of times too. A lot of people are just having sex, but a lot of people are not pleasing the person they're having sex with.
Agreed.
That's true, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're penetrating her and you may be kissing on her and all this stuff, but you're not hitting those spots and you're not turning those knobs where it's like yo, she didn't even know she was capable of feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? And
Agreed.
that's just experience, getting older, and just learning things about yourself that you didn't even know was there. Like, oh shit, I never knew I was even into that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, now certain lanes I still haven't crossed. Like, I'm not with the whole handcuffing,
What?
PTSD. I'm a black man from America. Like, you ain't put no handcuffs on me. I'm not with that.
What?
The bondage, BDS, like
I'm
that.
not
That's where you draw the line, but
That
legs,
seems
the,
more
the
tame
convertible legs is
Yeah,
easy.
but I could put my legs down when I want. Like, you can't just tie my legs to the shit. Nah, we not doing
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, we not doing that. You ain't gonna have me
They got
like
you looking like a hog in Hawaii.
Yeah, put the apple in my mouth. So we not. Yeah, we not doing that. We not there. But if like I said, if a woman is really into you, and you know what I'm saying, everything on your part is up to par, and you smelling right, and you know how to take care of yourself, it's nothing she won't do. I'm just telling you from experience, bro. And I'm talking about the most beautiful, the women that I never thought in my life would do that. And I'm like, oh my God, you're like a mermaid. I didn't know you existed. Because you would think that type of shit is reserved for like the ugly girls. Like, they're just like, oh shit.
Oh
like,
my God.
No word.
But it's the beautiful ones that you would never expect it. It's like, yo, she is gorgeous, but she is a freak.
I said the opposite last episode. I was saying that the baddies are starfishes.
Yeah, he said the baddies
No way.
are starfishes.
The American baddies are eating us.
Bro.
So you saying Toronto baddies? That's not. I don't think Toronto baddies are starfishes.
Let me stop you right here. I've had that.
I'm not really saying that. I just said baddies in general. But now he's saying
No. I've had girls from Toronto do that.
Word. Okay.
1,000%. 1,000%.
So speaking
Fix
of
up.
that, you had a viral video recently.
I had a viral video.
That I wanted some further clarification on, and people were kind of getting at you, where you said that one summer you were kind of wilding and you probably smashed about 50 girls in that summer.
Oh my God, worst.
I just wanted to know, was that a bit of an embellishment, or was that like a accurate
If
representation?
it was embellishment, I'm off by maybe 10 girls. It may have been
Higher or lower? Oh, lower.
Yeah.
So 40 girls in one summer?
I was going crazy. It was literally. I would call my homeboy now because he heard that episode and he was like, "Yo, I know people don't believe you, but literally, we would go to like the basketball games at the park, and girls be at the games and meet a girl. Later on that week, she's at the crib. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was just like that entire summer. It was like anytime I met a girl, we had sex.
And you never thought like, yo, maybe I should stop.
I did. That's
Like
why I
I'm at
stopped.
50. You stopped at 40 or 50.
No, like when I looked up, I was like, yo, like this is scary because it's like, where does it stop? But then again, my goal at that time, I was young. I was in my 20s, early 20s.
You're
so
just
it was
trying to rack up
You were just trying to
bodies.
stack.
It's like you just going crazy. It's like, and I'm not saying they were all bad, like gorgeous girls.
Oh,
It
they
was
couldn't
just
be.
like,
There's no way.
yeah, you understand
With
what
that
I'm saying?
type of average, it's impossible.
I'm talking about anybody was getting hit. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, as long as you was like attractive and had a nice little shape, I didn't give a. It was just one of those zones I was in where it was just like, I'm young, I'm having fun, I'm out here just cookouts, basketball games, I'm just meeting girls all summer, and I'm just having sex with most of the women that I meet.
So
I'm not proud about that, but that's me being completely
according to
honest.
the math.
J.R. Smith.
According to the math, that's about 13 girls a month for 3 months. Were you doubling up some days? Because I feel like that's kind
No,
of
it
hard
was like
to fit into.
it was like 2 or 3 girls a week.
Shit.
Yeah, it was like between 2 and 3 girls a week.
And I feel like with a
Which
place,
it's not hard to do that actually.
in a place like New York, I was about to say with a very, very large population, I
it's
feel
not
like
hard
that
to do
is very possible. That's something that we often talk about, that the whole population of Canada like fits in California. Like
Yeah.
it's not a lot of people
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
compared to somewhere like New York.
Yeah.
And I feel like in New York, can't that also get you into some crazy situations because you don't really know like who this girl is for real, like who she's associated with, who she's tied to, who her ex-boyfriend is, her brothers are gangbangers and stuff. Did it ever get kind of sticky for you like that?
Only with one girl. Like I remember I saw her at I had hooked up with her the week before. Then the next week we was at the same basketball tournament because that's like the spot where everybody go to meet girls, hang out. And she was walking this way and I'm walking that way. Like I'm walking into the park, she's walking out. And I saw her and I'm like walking towards her. And as I'm walking towards her, she said, no, just keep walking because my boyfriend is here. Yeah. Like she literally mouthed to me like, yo, keep walking. And I was like, and I looked at her like, huh? She was like, yo, just keep walking. I was like, okay. I walked past her and I kind of looked over my shoulder and her boyfriend was like behind me coming into the park. Oh. that could have got sticky. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. But it was never, I mean, you know, no situations that was crazy. Like it was just, yo, you young, having fun. She says she don't have a boyfriend. That's all I need to hear.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
A lot
You're
of
not
times
thinking
we
about
don't
that.
we don't even really ask if they got a boyfriend. You're just applying pressure.
Yeah, because
and
you just would assume that if she's giving me her phone number
Energy.
and she's texting me all day, or we on the phone all night and we hook up the next day and hang out and end up having, I'm gonna assume that you're single. I don't think a girl with a boyfriend moves like that. Now, if it happens, it's like, you know, my thing is, yo, you never approach the guy. You check your girl because you don't know what she's telling me. She told me she was single. I didn't know she had a boyfriend.
Agreed.
So when I see dudes fighting other dudes over women, I'm like, that's so weird to me because you don't know what that your girl told him. She could be saying she's single.
Agreed.
You want to fight me? Like, bro, I'm thinking I'm talking to a single woman here. Like, so that's why you never approach the man. You always deal with the woman in the situation.
Was she, though, the moment where you were like, okay, I'm wilding? Or was there, like, another separate sort of catalyst where you're like, yeah, 50 is too much? Like,
I felt like, because you don't think about the number at first. You just know, like, damn, I'm on a streak.
Yeah.
Again, young shit, dumb, it's stupid. But towards the end of the summer, I was like, yo, I'm bugging.
And you came out unscathed.
But I'm a condom connoisseur. Like,
Okay.
anybody that
yeah.
knows me, like all my boys, they know. They like, yo, bro, you forever been on that wave.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of my friends don't understand it, but I'm like,
they don't.
I agree.
yeah, like I'm a condom. Like I don't. If I take the bag off, that means like we really like dealing with each other like heavy. But like I put a condom on with my outfit. I'm that type of dude. Like I don't. Yeah.
Just in case you
Yeah,
slip
you
into
just
something.
never know. I just got to be strapped up at all times.
You get home with her, it's already on.
It's already on. Imagine pulling your shit off and it's on her and shit gonna be like, yo, what's up with homie?
Preparation.
Like, yo, he tripping. That's some serial killer wave right there. Like, yo, he bugging.
Yo,
That's
if
some
I go to
crazy
take a
shit.
nigga's drawers off and the condoms on, I'm putting the drawers back on.
Wow, let's go.
That's crazy.
It's game time.
When did you put
Preparation.
that on?
I've
Listen.
had friends of mine tell me that that's happened to them with celebrities, too. Like,
But they had it
what, They
on?
took the
when they took it off and he's
the
ready to
condoms
go.
on.
Already.
When did you do? I need to know when you did that. What point in
When I
time
went
did
to
you
the
like,
bathroom.
Yeah.
right before?
The same way y'all go in there, cock your leg up on the sink and freshen up real quick. Don't do that. It's the same wave.
Like I get putting
You go in there and get right. We go in there and get right. It's the same thing, man.
I get putting the condom on when you go to the bathroom, but putting the condom on and then putting your pants
That's
back
what
on
I'm
over
saying.
it.
That's
Gangsta.
crazy.
That's kinda
Gangsta. Hey, Jordan put his shorts on and then he put the warm-up pants on, right? Game time. As soon as I take the warm-up pants off, sub in. Let's go.
Sub in.
Yeah, I'm at the table, sub. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it goes. Same thing. Same
Word.
thing, bro.
Word.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So you say Toronto has a special place in your heart.
Oh, my God. Love it.
Do you notice any similarities or differences between Toronto women and American women?
Say New York women, because America's
New
so
York.
big.
New York.
New York specifically, too, because I hear that there is a correlation or a similarity, like a middle ground between New York women and Toronto women.
New York women can be very aggressive.
I see.
But not in a way of like, they may not approach you and try to talk to you, but aggressive in once you approach them and you like, yo, what's up? What? Why you want my number? What you want my number for? Like, what you want with me? Like, it's that type of thing. And now I'm kind of thrown off because it's like, I don't know what to say. Whereas Toronto women are they're more laid back, but if they're interested in you, you're going to know.
They
You know what I'm saying?
They tell on themselves.
They tell on themselves, and not only that, the conversation, like, you'll just know. Like, they're just, it's just a different vibe of, like, with a New York girl, she can give you her number, and you still don't know if she likes you.
Yeah.
It's still like in limbo. It's like, yo, was she feeling me? Like, or she just gave me the number to shut me up and to leave her alone. It's that vibe in New York. With a Toronto girl, it's like, my experience only. I can't speak for every girl in Toronto, but from my experience with Toronto women, it's a very reserved, laid back, chill. And then you kind of like, is she friend zoning me or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know with Toronto women because it's like very polite, you know, very like respectful, very cool. And then you like, yo, I feel like we in the friend zone though. Like, and I'm trying to hit that.
Yeah.
But then you get alone with them, and it's like
You were never in the friend zone. You realize, yeah.
you
it
don't
was-
even know what
it was
you're
a game.
in for.
It was a
Yeah, it's
ploy.
like, yo,
Yeah.
you don't even know. Like, you're in the lion's den now, and it's like, oh shit. Right? Did I
I
hit
think
that?
it's accurate.
Yeah,
I think that's accurate.
And it's
Yeah.
interesting because also the asterisk you have to put on your personal situations is that you are dealing with Toronto women as an American man.
Yeah.
The
I
dynamic
know that's a very
shift
yeah. I get that.
anywhere when it's international.
But it's the same with New York women.
Exactly.
It's the same with
Because
New York women.
for us, we have often said that when we go to America, it's a bit of a shock for us because the women are, like you said, more aggressive, or I would say more upfront.
Yeah.
Like in America, you'll be in the mall, a girl come up to you and be like, "Oh, you're cute. What's your name?" And we're like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Because in Toronto, she would probably just stare at you from across the room and wait until you come up to her.
Yeah.
But in America, the girls are coming up to you. They're very more forthcoming with
Yeah.
what they want. And even if a Toronto girl likes you, you may not necessarily know, because I feel like it's the cloud of it's the influence of West Indian culture over the city.
Yeah.
And a big thing in West Indian culture is pride.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of Toronto people in general, but I'm a heterosexual man, so I can only talk about the women. There's a bit of pride ingrained in Toronto women, to where even if they like you, they don't want you to know that they like you. They kind of want you to still like
Work for it.
and kind of guess.
Yeah.
Just as like a safe haven for an out, for if you do some dumb shit, they could be like, well, I didn't even fuck with you anyways.
Yeah.
So they could peel out. As opposed to American girls who are very upfront. They're like, I like you. I want you. What are we doing?
Yeah.
So depending on like what type, if you're a dude that likes to chase, or if you just want to cut straight to it. Because me, I don't like the chase. I want to
Why
cut
not?
straight. I want to cut straight. I'm all about efficiency. You know?
Yeah.
I don't really, if I like you and you like me, what are we doing? I don't really, like, I know people say it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, but I'm trying to get to my destination as fast as possible.
Yeah. 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm not really trying to stop, take in the sights, smell
Yeah.
the roses along the way. That's not really what
But
I'm
you, all right. So from me being a 42-year-old man, and talking to you, it's literally just that you're still young, and there's nothing wrong with it. But that's gonna change. Like, you're gonna enjoy not getting right to it. Because let me tell you what happens when you get right to it most of the time. It's not worth it.
It be like that a lot. Yeah.
It's not worth it. And you like, oh, man, like, we had a little vibe going. Now it's like, it's awkward. It's weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you learn that too. Like, most girls, a lot of times, as the older you get, and when you meet a woman, you know, like, okay, we're better as just friends.
Yeah.
That's part of getting older. Like, you start realizing, like, nah, I don't even want it to get physical with her, because that's going to change everything and make it weird. And I like her as a friend. And you value that more the older you get. Surrounding yourself with, like, dope women that got
I agree.
that got real stuff going on with themselves.
I agree.
Respectful, can offer you insight on a lot of things. I tweeted something a while ago. I said, women are the real plugs. Like, you got to surround yourself with some real ones. And I mean that. Like, women have this thing about them where they just get shit done.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, if it's the right woman, like, she can get anything done. And that's why it's important to just compartmentalize your relationships with women correctly as you get older. When you're young, do what I did. Line them up, knock them down.
Oh my. Okay.
That's part of being young. That's just part of being young. That's young shit. Now, if you was a little older, I wouldn't tell you that. Like, at my age, I'm not doing that. Like, I fall asleep. Girl come over, I'm like, I'm going to sleep.
What?
We might not even have sex. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure some girls think I'm gay because they're like, that nigga fell asleep on me. Like, so what? I was tired. That's where I'm at now. I'm just that secure. It's like, y'all got to get up in the morning. Listen, we could do this another time. You can still spend a night, but I ain't got enough in the tank tonight. I'm worn out. I was out
But
all
are you
day.
just like turning your back and going to sleep?
Some real shit.
We could cuddle until it get too hot, and then it's like, all right, move over.
That too hot shit is some bullshit.
No, it
real,
ain't.
though.
Y'all are not getting too hot,
I run
man.
hot. I run hot
is.
when I sleep.
I don't
Like, I
understand
sweat
the
if it happens
energy
too hot.
transfer. It's like you guys don't feel the same hot that we feel.
Yeah, I get
Somehow
hot.
we get all of your hot.
I can cuddle all night.
Nah,
No.
man, get away from me.
Eventually I gotta turn over.
Move over.
Why?
I'm hot.
It's not that hot.
I'm hot.
Then take
I'm
the cover
sweating.
off.
Yeah, the cover is off and I'm still hot. It's body
hot.
heat. It's hot.
How are you trying to tell me my truth?
Yeah,
It's
no,
hot.
it's
The
that,
second I get let go, I'm cheesed. Because why are we like separated now?
we could cuddle till it's time to really start snoring and shit. Like, then
We
it's
can
like,
snore
yeah.
together while cuddling.
Yeah, but nah, it's too hot. Move over, man. I'm right here. I'm right here. I didn't go to the next room. I'm right here. Like, but just give me a little space to kind of like, you know what I mean? Like roll around a little bit and find the cool part of the sheets and all of that. Like, that's what I need. Don't be right up on me and then, you know, y'all want to have your hair out. Now your hair is tickling me. It's just like, come on.
Yeah, you ever had to like slap your neck? You thought it was a bug?
100%. 100%. Yeah. But again, the older you get, you start to appreciate just having a relationship with women.
I agree.
It's not just sexual.
I agree.
You still want sex and you're interested in it, but you actually value like, all right, after we finish, can I really kick it with you though? Like, are you cool enough to, you know what I'm saying? Like, can we have fun? Can we have certain conversations? Like, that becomes more important.
Cause that's the worst. When you got a girl crib, the post nut clarity hit, and now you're like, bro, this girl is so annoying.
100%.
Yeah.
But when you're young, you don't care.
Yeah.
You're just trying to, because when you're young, you really don't know when you're gonna have sex. That's the thing about being young. You don't know.
That's why you gotta put one on before you leave.
See how he made the connection right there?
Yeah.
Exactly. You just got to be ready because you don't know. As you get older, you have a girlfriend, you know, like kind of sort of like, okay, I know we're going to get something to eat, go home, take a shower. She's going to, you know what I'm saying, do something before we go to sleep. When you young, you have no idea.
Yeah, condoms in the wallet. Ain't not even supposed to be in the
They're
wallet.
not supposed to be there, are they? I was going to
We
say.
was doing dumb shit.
Same dusty
So where do you
condom
keep
from-
them then?
What you
Like
mean?
on you? Like in your pocket?
No.
Because you can't keep them in your wallet.
Nah.
See, when you reach a certain age,
You
That's
know
what he's
if you're
saying.
gonna
You
have
kinda
sex,
act like
so
you
you'll
know.
bring
you
it.
know.
But I'm saying when you're younger though, where are you supposed to?
They're
Where are
in
you
the wallet.
supposed to put them? Where are you supposed to put them if they're not supposed to go in your wallet?
just in your pocket.
Oh, okay.
You're
that's
not supposed to
okay.
have it in a wallet or anything like that.
Okay.
I-
But when
mine
you get
definitely was
older,
in the
it's
wallet.
like I could be hanging out
kinda
with a
know.
girl and we grown enough to know, like, yo, you know, we about to go back to the crib and
Yeah.
say, hold on, let me get some condoms. Because see, when you're young, you don't want to let a girl know you about to go get some condoms.
Yeah.
Because then she come like, oh, what you think, we about to do something?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And now you done messed up the whole vibe. But when you grown,
Yeah. You both know.
you're like,
what
yo,
it
let me
is.
stop right here. Let me stop at the pharmacy, get some condoms real
Yeah.
quick, like, and then we to the crib.
This really is one of the biggest like issues with like young men. Just not knowing when you're gonna have sex
You
just
don't know.
makes your behavior like
Yeah.
Erratic.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then sometimes that's how you could kind of get into those situations where it's like you didn't plan to have sex. Now you're in a situation, you don't have a condom. Now you got to think, are you going to go raw or are you going to just dub it? And then that's how it gets a little, you have that
It's one of the
battle.
toughest decisions you're going to ever have to make in your life.
Yeah.
To
And
go
then-
raw or to dub it
It's the hardest decision on the planet.
Yeah.
on the planet.
Yeah.
There's a war going on.
Yeah, but that's been
Multiple
brewing for
wars.
years. Like, it just finally came to a head, and now they just going crazy. But like,
I don't
knowing
think
like,
it's the
damn,
hardest decision on the planet.
it is. It's very hard to put on a condom if you that into a girl and you like her and she's sexy and pretty and she's naked and you into it. It's like, damn, I gotta put like plastic on. It's
I don't
tough.
want anything between us.
Yeah, like this is interfering with our like.
doesn't-
Yeah, it's tough.
Our
It's,
connection.
as a man, I'm telling you, it's a very tough. But all you got to do is look at your homie that got 3 baby mothers, and be like, nah, I'm putting this on.
Yeah. I don't want to be him.
I don't want to be him.
But I feel like it's also kind of easy to like get
what?
a guy to take it off.
100%.
And then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
man, you guys fold very easily.
You know why it's very easy
Yeah.
to get a guy to take it off? Because it's hard for us to put it on. So as soon as you like, yo, babe, take that. Before you can say take it off, that shit, I done threw that shit against the wall. That shit up against the wall, stuck. Like,
Yeah.
get that shit out of here. Yeah. All you got to do is give me the hint that you want me to take it off. Again, a certain girl.
Yeah.
If it's just somebody you just met, it's like, yo, you're bugging. I'm never taking this off. But if it's somebody you've been dealing with for a while consistently, and y'all reach that point where it's like, yo, take that off. Like,
Yeah.
I will never see that condom. Once I throw that, I don't even know where it landed. It's gone. You find it.
Word.
After you finish, you ever did that? Had to go look for like, yo, where you threw
I've
that
never
shit
done
at?
that in my life.
We
To go
capping.
look for a condom.
Happened. You never
I
had to
have.
go look for it after he
To
took it off.
look? Yes, your job.
After God took it off, you never had to go look for it. Like he threw it somewhere.
I had to go look. You had
Or
to
not
go
had
look.
to, but you kind of was like, yo, where did you throw it?
Oh yeah, I thought you meant like he's telling me, yo, go find
No,
that.
no.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying, like, you kinda
I
just
definitely
started-
been like, yeah, where did that go? For real, definitely.
you
Yeah,
have. That's
yeah.
why I say don't
But
do
I've
that.
never like actively like, oh, let me go find the condom you threw
Okay, have you ever taken it off yourself?
without consent. I would tell him.
What guy needs consent to take a condom off?
Well, I would have to ask, like, can I take this off?
Let me tell you something you ain't never
Girls
got to
don't
ask a guy.
Yeah, but I mean, come
You
on.
never have
Girls
to ask a
don't
guy,
ask.
can I take this off?
But I would be like, yo, I'm gonna take this off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
say
hit-
it.
you hit
there,
to it,
ha-
but
there has to
girls
be
All
a
you gotta
verbal.
do is reach back and grab that motherfucker.
They grab it and that's it. That's
And
them
keep
asking.
pulling until you hear that shit pop off. Pop! And you like, yeah, come on now, get up in this thing. Like, you gotta ask. Who
They don't
asks?
ask. They don't
Women
ask.
don't ask.
They don't ask.
When I say ask, I mean like there has to be a verbal, like, yo,
There's
this
no
is
verbal.
Are you listening? Reach around, right? We know what that is. Once you start reaching, we know what that is. Like, yes, take this off.
Like at that point, when she reaches, that's when you be like, "Oh, whoa, chill, or
If,
you don't."
like I said, if you're not there with that
Yeah,
person yet,
yeah.
then it's kind of like, oh, no, that's scary.
And even if you say chill, sometimes they're not hearing that shit.
That's true. Yeah.
Chill don't mean, chill sometimes ain't chill. Chill is sometimes like, nigga, pull out. Like, if we doing that, make sure you pull out. We not doing that. That's what chill is. Like, yo, don't go crazy. Take it off, but don't be stupid. all.
Sometimes stupid's fun.
See, that's how
That's
how
how
you
they
end
get
up.
them.
That's
That's
how
how
you
they get
end
'em.
up. That's how you end up like, yo, I got the baby tonight. I can't go.
But
yo.
I believe in like I make sure that me as a woman, I'm on.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Are you dating?
Yeah.
That's cat, right? That's cat.
Wait, what do you mean by dating? Like,
I
you
don't know.
Now we don't know the definition of
Yeah, like now we need Webster.
knows
Like, yeah, like, are you dating? Like, are you currently dating somebody or multiple people? Am I getting you to snitch on yourself? Are you a player? Okay, all right.
I'm
listen.
not a player.
All you gotta do is give me
I'm
the
not a
eye. Like,
player.
I shut the eye. Listen, I ain't gonna ask again.
I'm
I know
not
what
a
that
player,
means.
but you know, there's
It's somebody. D's
no, not
Plural?
Mal, please.
plural.
No, not
Because
plural.
if you're dating, if you don't have a boyfriend, then you're. It's okay for you to date multiple.
Yeah, I
people.
would. There's interest in person.
How old are you?
27.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been single?
Ooh. Like single, or like the thing is.
See, when they put the double.
Yo, and I will admit it.
Why
I
you
will
put
admit it.
you put the reverb on it?
I
Single,
will admit
single,
it.
yeah.
But
Like
I will admit it. Like relationship single, it's been about maybe like 5-ish years. But like, I've always had somebody though.
women always have somebody.
Like it's been a long time since I've been like, yo, like I have not been talking to nobody. Like I feel like I've always kind of had someone. I might have like a couple months off. Like, yo, I'm gonna just stop like everybody. But I haven't been like, yo, I'm not talking to no guy for like, what? No. What?
You've never had like a celibacy era?
I have for sure, but I mean, like, I'm still talking. Like, I'm still, But what do you mean by celibacy? Like, I've
Now
never.
we don't know the definition of celibacy.
Yeah, but I'm saying like celibacy
Yeah.
for like years. No, I haven't done celibate for a long. Maybe like the last. I probably haven't been celibate for a year in like the last couple years. There's definitely been months though. I definitely had been months without sex, but hit the 12-month mark, I don't think so.
Choice?
Sorry.
Of course, it's by choice. She's a
Always
woman.
by choice.
Yeah,
It's
but
always by
what?
choice.
She can walk up. She can walk outside right now. And somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody's
It's always by choice when it comes to the woman.
Yeah.
It's only by us when we don't have no idea. We don't know. It's like, oh shit, I'm getting some pussy tonight. A woman knows if
Yeah.
she's gonna have sex.
Yeah, but I
Men,
said
we don't really.
relate. But I've definitely always had like whether it's like not always, but I've had been like situationships, talking, whatever stuff like that. But I also, bro, like there actually hasn't been a long time where I'm like, yo, I'm completely single. Like, no, I'm not interested in nobody. Maybe like more recently, I had like I'm just dead in it. But then you meet someone, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Shit, I know.
Here we go again.
Top 5 cities with the best talent.
The best talent.
What, like musically?
No.
Oh wow. Okay, sorry. I thought we were moving.
He thought he was doing a hard transition.
I know,
No,
I thought we were moving on
we're
to it.
still in
Okay,
the
Like
same
sorry.
the
box.
prettiest
Still in the-
girls.
Not yet.
Oh man. I'm New York to the heart, but Toronto is number 1 for me.
Okay.
Wow, heard it here first.
New York number 2. Houston number 3. LA number 4. Atlanta.
I'm not mad at that list at all.
No Miami on your top 5?
Miami 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that list.
Because Atlanta and Miami is kind of close in proximity enough where it's a lot of transplants from Atlanta that live in Miami, but Miami is 6. But Toronto for me is just Oh God, it, Toronto it's insane, man. The amount of like just pretty women that you see. And I grew up like growing up in New York City, where I grew up at. It's like a lot of pretty Puerto Rican girls and Dominican girls and West Indian girls, but it's just something about Toronto women that's just like. And it's like it's a unanimous thing. Like every time I talk to one of my homies that have been to Toronto, they're like, "Yo, what is it about Toronto where it's just so many pretty girls all around the city?" And I'm like, "Bro, I've been trying to figure it out for years. I don't know if it's because, the whole West Indian culture here, but New York has a big West Indian culture as well. But something about Toronto is just women just all over the place, man. The first Muslim girl I ever slept with was from Toronto, and that's when I knew." That underneath fan.
Oh, Mal! Seriously?
Was she like full hijab or just like Muslim?
When I met her, it was full hijab.
And then she backed it off.
And then the next
You changed your life.
Bro, the next time I saw her, I was like, what?
The hair was out.
Like, this is you?
Flowing.
I couldn't believe
It be like that.
I was like, yo, this is insane that was underneath that.
I've seen that. I know a couple girls that
Y'all
used
think
to
I'm joking? I'm dead.
No, I know.
I believe you.
It's
Bro,
just-
that was like that really like threw me off. I was like, because obviously you see the pretty face, like, yo, she's beautiful. But when that came off and you see the hair and the skin and the body, I'm like, what? This is insanity. And ever since then, I've never looked back.
with Muslim women.
No, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm just out here trying to no, you trying to make me sound like a snot. No. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, I meet girls in Toronto, and I'm just like, it's funny. I can meet a girl on social media. Like, she's following me, and we, have an exchange or whatever. Cool. Like, and I already know she's from. I'm like, yo, where you from? And I know she's going to say Toronto. It's a certain aesthetic where I can see it. Like, I guarantee you she's from Toronto.
It's like that with London, too.
Yeah.
You could point out girls from London easily.
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a way they do their makeup, maybe the
Yeah,
settings,
there is a
how they
London
dress.
way of doing makeup.
It's
yeah.
the fashion.
Yeah.
The fashion for sure for London girls.
Yeah.
They be dressing.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah. You can see it.
Interesting.
All right, now we
Top
could
five.
pivot. I'm done.
I mean, I don't know if you had any more women-related questions.
Well,
Listen, I'm
take a
here,
break.
man. Let's kick
Yeah,
it.
we could take a break. Go ahead.
Take a break.
from that line of questioning. Get into something else.
Do you got anything
for
when it comes to
our other viewers?
women?
No?
Well, the only thing I have is when he said that.
Let me
if
for
you-
my sanity on the audio, though.
You had another. You had another viral video where you said if a woman's not making you tap out, something's wrong with her box.
Yeah.
That's crazy, by the way.
I kind of see what you're saying. though.
No.
But what is tap out for a man? Is that just nut?
I don't know. Well, you explained it. You said it. Well, if you don't make me tap out, something's wrong with that box. That's exactly what you said.
Sex should end with someone tapping out.
Tap out for me means like where y'all had one of those intense like sessions where it's like y'all look at each other when you finish like that was crazy.
Okay.
But it's like you can't. If she want to go another round, it's like yo, listen. You got to give me at least an hour.
Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about one of those sessions where it's multiple
went
rooms.
crazy?
Like it's all over the.
That's in one session, multiple rooms? Okay, I see it.
Yeah, it's
Jumping
like you
through
know
the
when
house
you.
like
I'm talking
Baby
about like
Boy.
a session where it's like a movie session.
Okay.
Where y'all make a move. It's like yo, we started here, went there. Like,
Yeah.
That's like one of those like, yeah, she got that fire.
Okay.
But if it's like we just going through the motions and I'm not really like, it's just like yo, it ain't really you not nasty enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You got to be a certain level of like, just like vulnerable and just like willing to do anything.
And if she's not like that, then something's wrong with the box.
No, not saying she has to be, but it's like if it's consistently like I'm just not aroused, I'm just not like, climaxing, and it's like, bro, this is something wrong. It's something wrong. Not only it's not just her. It could be something wrong with the guy too. Maybe you're not hitting them spots and getting her there. But men know when it's like it ain't me. Men know, but it's like yo, shorty, it just ain't.
A lot of y'all got ED though.
A lot of y'all?
Who?
A good amount of men have erectile dysfunction. y'all be doing the blue chews and this like
But
a lot of y'all.
Yes and no. The blue chews for some guys is not because they have ED. It's just like that overdrive. It's like
Is
that.
it necessary
It's
though?
like
It's
getting,
game 7.
It's not
Like,
necessary.
Yeah, I'm trying
It's
to
not
drop
necessary,
40.
but it's like
it's like getting a cortisone
it ain't gonna
shot.
hurt. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's not necessary.
Have you done it? Are you like you look like a honey pack type of guy?
I've done the honey pack. I've done the blue chew, but I really can't get into that a lot because that should give me a headache.
Okay.
Like I can't really. I'm not into like it's just like the after effect of that is just like I mean cool, but I'm not. That feeling is the worst.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I can't really get.
It's like a
with that.
hangover.
And I don't drink like that, so I can't. That headache, hangover.
Those things give you hangovers. Like you don't feel nice after.
Nah, it's a weird. Like your head feels like somebody was sitting on it.
That's crazy.
It's like that feeling where it's like when you got a hangover and then you go outside the next day and it's sunny, it's nice out, and you like, oh my god,
yeah.
it's that feeling.
that-
It's that type of like your head is in a cloud type of feeling, and I don't like that. I'd rather be clear headed and you know what I'm saying. Like, but the honey pack and all that is yes, it's guys have ED unfortunately, but the ones that don't, it's just the overdrive. That's all. It's just to help you cross that finish line and still like be able to like bang on your chest a little bit.
Because I feel like women blame themselves when like men don't get it up instantly, or like a lot of
Y'all
women
blame us.
No, a lot of women like internally, like I've been in that situation where like he might not get it up as I'm like, bro, like what the hell? Like, are you not attracted to me? Like, what is it? But a lot of the times it's y'all. Like as you get older,
Internally you'll blame us, but externally, externally
like,
you'll blame us.
I feel like if it first,
Internally, you'll
I
blame
feel like for
yourself.
most women when it first happens, they're gonna blame themselves. Because I've been in a position when I was younger, and I'm like, it happened. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like you're obviously gonna blame you. Like I'm supposed to make you hard, no?
Yeah.
But then as you get older, you're like, no, some of these men just, y'all diets are poor. You don't drink water. You be drinking Hennessy every other weekend.
Yeah.
So do you think it's the same when like the coochie isn't really surf?
It can be.
They
Right?
say that
there's
it's
a lot of
always the guy's fault, no matter what. If you're not
It's our
wet,
fault for
then it's-
everything.
Yeah,
No. I mean, yes, there is an element where like men are supposed to hit certain spots to make your coochie wet, right? But also like women, like drinking a lot of water, like eating yogurt, like probiotics, things like that, obviously help with vaginal health, and it's gonna help with secretion and producing your natural lubrication.
But that's not the word on road though.
But I mean,
No,
that
that's
is,
not the
but
word
that
on
is
road.
the smart woman word on road. Like I know
This
I
is the
take
first I've ever heard this.
what
Anyone say that.
that girls be like drinking water and probiotics
that-
and yogurt and stuff.
That there is a part that you can play.
Oh,
in
100%. Your coochie is your coochie. Like, there's 100% parts you can play that control or help with your natural lubrication. What? That's just like, it's your body.
She's right.
Like, I don't get it.
Of course, of course you're right. But like y'all, just the first line of defense is blame us.
Oh, no.
But that's
like,
the easiest line of defense.
But my thing is, I know I take care of my coochie externally and internally. So I know this shit can get wet on its own by myself. So if you're not even helping, I know it's definitely you. 'Cause if I can do this shit by like just thinking of a movie scene, then like why are you not in front
So
of
why
What
don't
me?
you
movie
just-
scene would you be thinking of?
I don't know.
I just want to know like what movie scene would like do it for
You
you.
shouldn't be having to think about a movie scene.
I just
while
said
it's
it.
going
I
on.
don't
I'm
know.
just-
I don't actually know a movie
Love
scene.
and-
that
You
would
know,
The
you
Love and
know the
Bas-
scene. She know the movie.
The love
man.
and basketball scene where they're having sex when you jump through the window.
No, I don't even think that was a turn.
That's a
on.
16.
Yo,
That's a sick-ass
actually, you
scene
want to
for-
know what actually did turn me on recently? People might flame me for this.
The Lion King scene where him and Nala was rolling around in the grass.
Yeah.
No, you sicko. No. It was, and I won't lie, like, TMI, like, I saw it on Twitter and I, like, low-key got, like, my coochie jumped. I was like, yo, this is a fire scene. So, did you guys watch Scandal? No?
Yes. Not all of it, but I've seen.
Okay, so there's a scene where, like, the president in Scandal, right, is,
Yeah.
like, talking to, like, Kerry Washington on the phone. And he's, like, telling her, like, yo, like, come here and prove it. And I'm going to do this. Like, you better come here. I'm going to spread you on the desk, take off. And I was like, oh, okay, Mr. President. Like, that's a white man as a you know, I don't deal with white men. That's a white man as an actor. Like, I was like,
White man made it jump for you.
yeah, that act, yo, I'm telling you, him
Was
and
it just
Kerry.
the aggressiveness of it?
Yeah, I just like a very, like, come here and prove it. I would have been, like, on the 410, like, yo,
Yeah.
are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like, I like the aggressiveness. Like, I like I'm not like a very, like, smooth lover, slow. Nah. It has to be. Yeah.
See, but guys, don't get confused. If that's not your bag, don't
Doesn't
try
like what
to
I
force.
just said to
Don't
describe
try
her.
to force that to be your bag.
That could be
'cause
very awkward. If that's not your bag and you try
Thank
to
you.
force it, you could look
That
like
is true.
That's how you at the podium talking about, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be like. That's how you end up at the podium, like, man. That aggressive bag ain't for everybody. You got to know when and where to use that.
But
Exactly.
not the grr. I hate when you guys do the grr for my type. But like, it's like, you know, you need a little. Yeah, you got
show a little dominance.
Yeah, you need some flair. What do you mean? Come over here and prove it.
I feel like you got to be like slick too. Like you got to like the word and the verbiage
100%.
needs to be on point too. You
It
can't.
doesn't even have to be nasty.
Everybody doesn't
though.
have that.
It doesn't even have to be nasty. It has to be like, yo, like I'll deal with that. And I love a man who doesn't talk too much. The men who don't talk too much are the ones that are gonna throw you for a loop. Because some men, like, I've had men in the past like sex me like word for word, like, and I'm like, ew, man, get that shit out of here. Like, I don't want to know like this novel paragraph of what you're gonna do to me.
Yeah.
But some guys just like, yo, you know where I stay? Are you crazy? Yes, I do.
Yes, I do,
Yes,
and I'm
I
on the
do.
way. Yeah, I know.
Yes, I do. Here's my location. I'll be there in 15. What do you mean? What?
That's funny.
Don't talk. If you try to pursue me, don't talk too much. Just yo, time and place.
Does it happen often where it's like what they talked it up to doesn't equate to like what they put down?
100%.
Is that more common than it is like it equally
Yeah,
out? Okay.
yeah. And the men who don't talk too much are usually, for me, the men who don't talk too much are always the ones who are gonna rock your world. Always.
I don't be saying
Do
shit.
y'all have that like with women though? Like, you ever had like a shorty tell you like I'm gonna do this? Like when it happens, it's gonna be on, and then it's
Off.
Yep.
Yes, it
Yep.
happens more.
Like a light
It happens
switch. Like a
all
light.
the time.
And it's usually the ones that you expect. Like you had the hope that, or it's the girls that talk crazy on the timeline, and it's
It
not.
ain't that.
Yeah, it ain't
It
that.
ain't that.
Yeah, it ain't that. I've only been with one girl that
I
like
thought you
did.
said your body count.
No.
I've only been with X amount of girls.
I've only-
I've only been with one girl that like openly did OnlyFans, and like I met her as a OnlyFans girl, right?
How was that?
word.
Man,
She turned you
You were
out.
disappointed, yeah.
I was so disappointed.
Really? Wow.
Was it just one?
Yo, now you're
My
like,
bad player. Damn.
It might have been two, but there was one that like I
How
was
many
just
OnlyFans
very
is it?
disappointed. Very disappointed.
really?
Yeah. See, I'm almost tearing up right now thinking about it.
Well, have you messed with a porn star?
Messed with or had sex with?
Had sex with?
Yeah, absolutely.
So was she as good on TV?
1,000%.
She gave you the windshield
That
wiper.
that shit was not AI. That was her. 1,000%.
She gave you the twister wizard.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yo, fam. Cause see, sometimes
It was
man,
as
we'll-
advertised.
Yo, sometimes we'll jump out of our league
yeah.
and like, oh shit, I thought I was, but this is what she does. This is her profession.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and not the only fan. I'm talking about like porn star,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she's on Pornhub.
like a girl that's like frequently searched around the world.
verified on the
XNXX.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like where and like I grew up like we grew up together and I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
at her
yeah.
on the internet like,
You
oh my
raised me.
God. And then I finally met her and was like,
Oh, what are
100%,
those?
100%. Amazing. It's the greatest. It's the greatest. It's like I think every guy should experience sex with a porn star. Because it'll teach you a lot about yourself. Whatever you think you're doing in the bedroom, you think you know, they gonna let you know quick.
Oh, so it was a humbling.
It was humbling, but it really wasn't because she was like, nah, I ain't gonna lie, like I wasn't expecting it to be that good.
Okay.
Because that's what she has sex for a living. That's nothing. That's
Yeah.
But she was like, no, like I thoroughly enjoyed that, and it's very rare that they enjoy sex away from the set. This is what she tells me. Like it's very
that's
rare that
fair.
they find somebody to have sex with away from the set where they enjoy it. And I'm like, okay. But she ain't say like I went crazy on like, I ain't saying all that. But I wasn't no chump in the bed either though. Like I wasn't in there just making a fool of myself. But I definitely felt like I was at one point. I was like, I can't keep up with her. She was doing all kind of wild shit. I was like, all right, man, let me just put my shorts back on and get out of here. Before I embarrass myself, man. Like, yeah.
Get it off before we move on.
No,
to
it's kind of because it's kind of left, but it's like, do you feel like being podcasters is like the porn stars of conversation?
That's
Also-
an interesting question.
Like, do you feel like if you're a podcaster, you talk for a living, right?
Yeah.
Like this
Right.
is your people find you entertaining. People pay to come to the show and see you talk. You know,
Yeah.
then do you feel just like chatting people can be like, yo, I'm good at talking. Like, you're
Oh,
not like
yeah,
I
I'm
can't.
a verbal porn star for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm nasty with it.
Yeah.
100%. Like
I feel that often.
And I've been saying this. The reason why I get in the rooms that I get into and the people that I know, people are like, yo, how do you know? And I'm like, bro, I have a gift for gab. Like, men meet me and they're like, yo, like she can really just talk. And on some real shit too.
Yeah.
I am a verbal porn star.
Yeah, that's how she jumped in my DMs.
Hey.
Like the verbal porn star jumped in your DMs?
No, but I could just tell that she was very good at just having the conversation.
Yeah.
Just through like just texting and DMing. It was just like, oh no, she can hold a conversation.
It's what I describe your talent as. What is this Zoe girl? Why is everyone like
Not
gift
the
the
Zoe girl. That's
the
crazy.
podcast girl?
The
Yeah.
podcast, that's what the people call the
Yeah.
podcast shorty.
But that's a good question. Yeah, but definitely I think it's a similarity. Like this is what you do for a living, and
It's like Stephen A. Smith. Like people want to debate him about sports when they see him in real life.
even when he's not working, yeah.
Yeah, as like a podcaster, people come up to you and want to have this discussion or
Yeah, I
something
said
like
something.
that.
You know, they asked me who's my top 10 rappers of all time. That's like a one that people always ask me, and I'm just like, dog, I'm so tired of answering that question.
So you have it memorized then? Just
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's locked in at this point. But you know, I enjoy having conversations with people that I know they know how to have conversations as well. It's awkward when it's like somebody doesn't know how to have a conversation and now y'all both just standing in there looking at each other. It's like, now what? But when it's somebody that can engage and go back and forth and can offer something and, you know, teach you something through the conversation, like those to me is the best conversations. Like I've had sex with girls that I wasn't even trying to have sex with just because the conversation was so dope.
yeah, they talk to you.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like we had that conversation was fire. Like we started talking about everything from politics to family to culture to traveling, and she telling me about a place she went to in Italy, and I'm like, damn, like okay. Put me on the restaurant, just like, okay, now you feeding me, like okay, like you giving me everything I need in this conversation, and it's like it's just that 5 seconds of just staring at each other where it's like, I will definitely take you home and have sex with you right now. Like it happens that fast where it's just like that awkward silence, and it's like, like men run away from the awkward silence. Like don't, just keep looking at it. Just don't break eye contact with her, and that's gonna tell you everything you need to know. Like, and she gonna read you like, yeah, I'm there with you. Like we could definitely get out of here right now.
The awkward silence is where you find out. Yeah, like there's a lot to be.
The awkward silence is where you find out where you at in the conversation.
Dig into the awkward silence.
Like, yo, like,
man. You find out things.
Yeah, like, are we flirting right now?
Yeah.
Without saying it, like.
Oh, I'll say it. I'll call it out.
Gangster. See, that's gangster.
Yeah.
If a girl was like, are we flirting, I'd be like
1,000%. Some bars, yeah.
And if we weren't, we are now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything from here on out is me flirting 100%. Like, you got to let it be known sometimes.
Are we flirting?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure that you got it.
No, we got it out.
Okay.
Pause.
So you we can call you a music connoisseur. I'm not gonna ask your top 10 rappers of all time.
Okay.
Worry. But Toronto rap.
Yeah.
You're tapped in with Toronto rap.
Mm-hmm.
You're tapped in. You think that you're pretty well versed with Toronto rap artists?
I have ties in Toronto and people here that
Ties?
keep me in tune. Yeah, that keep me
The
in
Mr. Boy.
people that keep me in tune with
No foreplay on that. Just right in.
What do you mean? We don't need a foreplay anymore. It's fine.
No. But you know, I have people that just kind of keep my ear to what's going, because that's one thing I like about just the culture of hip hop is that, you know, it's not just designated to one space or one region. It's a global thing. So it's just fun to kind of hear what different regions and areas what they're doing, what they're talking about, you know, what's dictating and moving the culture in these cities. And being that Toronto is one of my favorite cities, it's important for me to kind of know, like, yo, who's the hottest kid in the city right now?
Okay.
Like, I'll tap in with dudes in different cities. Like, yo, who's the hottest kid in the city right now? And, you know, if you know multiple people, they usually all have, like, the same 3 or 4 people. Like, yo, hands down, this is who it is, da-da-da-da. And so then I always make sure that I keep my ear to what they're doing, keep up with what they got going on and things like that. But, yeah, Toronto is a city that I think that I kind of have an idea of the dudes in the city. Like, I like Northside Benji. I've been rocking with him and everything that he's been doing for a minute. Bushman. I like Bushman. Swavey. Is it Duvey?
Duvey, yeah.
Duvey.
Okay.
Who else is there? Presser. I keep my rest in peace, RIP. A dude that I was really cool with in the city, Littles. That was my man. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so I've been tapped in for years with just Toronto and the whole the scene that's going on. Syph, you know, I've been kind of tapped in with different dudes and things like that.
Name, but
yeah, like, you know, I've been paying attention to Toronto for a lot of years, man. Because it's so, Toronto mirrors New York a lot. Like Toronto is like the cities, New York and Toronto, we kind of mirror each other a lot when it comes to just culture and things like that. So it's cool to kind of, like, you know, hear the slang and the terms and things here that y'all say versus what we say in New York, and it's kind of like, okay, I know what that means. That's like when we say this or when we say that. Like, it's just always like fun to kind of like learn those things, and then you also get to see what the next 5 years look like for the music scene in the city.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, like, this kid is good. He's probably about 3 years away from like really finding his skill and really becoming like a true artist. So it's fun to watch that too. Like, I like just watching the whole process. Like, when you grew up in hip hop in New York City, it was it's a lifestyle. It's not just like turning on the radio, or it's like you live it. Like, a lot of things you hear rappers talk about in the city, it's like you can relate to it because you were either there or somebody you know was there, so you know the story, you know the nuances of it and things like that. So it's just fun to always keep tapped into other cities because, again, it's all the culture of hip hop. Like, we all connected and we all bonded by this one culture that we all grew up in love. Like, hip hop just turned 50 this year. It's still a young art form. It's still a young culture. So it's fun to just always pay attention and just to kind of know that, you know, somebody in the city is trying to keep carrying the torch to keep it moving forward. I just wish that we kind of knew our power more through the culture of hip hop. I think that we still don't know how much power we have around the world just through our culture. I wish we weren't so divisive.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't so much like headbutting and things like that. I wish that it was it's okay for us to disagree. It's okay for us to argue and, you know, not see eye to eye on things, but I think it's just fly when black men from a single culture can coexist. I think that's the flyest shit in the world. Like, we don't got to be the best of friends, but we ain't got to be spinning the block, running down, killing each other either, though. You know, I think that's where hip-hop, it turned into something different. That's not what it was intended for. It was intended to, like, if we have an issue or we have something, we get on the mic and then we go at it. And then it stays there. Now, because they've monetized violence, you know, I could put up a conscious record on my YouTube, and it won't get that many views now. If I put up a record with me talking about all the ops I want to kill and I'm smoking on this pack and all that, I'm gonna get at 4 million views. It's hard to tell a kid to stop making that content when he's taking care of his family off of his YouTube videos. You see what I'm saying? So how you gonna tell me to stop making this type of music when I'm trying to make other music, but they're not really connecting to that? This is what they want to hear, and this is what's taking care of my family. So it's in a weird space because, again, it's a machine. It's somebody controlling these numbers and these algorithms. But it's important for us to understand that. It's important for us to get away from that and not be so controlled because, again, you know, with hip hop being in the state it's in now, it's a very
it's scary.
It's a scary time for hip hop because
seems like a slippery slope.
Yeah, because, you know, I'm old enough, like, I'm 42, so hip hop is essentially only 8 years older than me, right? When you think about it in that term. So I literally grew up with the culture. I came up with the culture. And then I was fortunate enough to have older brothers that were directly in the culture, impacting the culture. And I saw what it was back then versus what it is now. And I'm just trying to figure out, like,
what happened?
Yeah, like, what? Because
where did it go wrong?
It wasn't always this. You could disagree. People had beefs and all of that. I'm not saying it was never that, because you can go back to the 80s and, you know, dudes was getting killed and it was violence. Like, that's something that was just always there. But it seems like now it's just always so quick to go to that. Instead of saying, like, yo, we had a disagreement. Let me holler at you, bro. Let me talk to you. Because what I've learned a lot of the times, it's just miscommunication. But now if you come through my block and start spraying it up, now it's advanced to another level. And there's no talking.
Yeah, there's no communication.
But if we just had a talk, it's like, yo, bro, I never said that. Or that's not what I meant. You know what I'm saying? You took it the wrong way. Like, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you, but I just wasn't feeling that. And then once we get past that, it's like, all right, nigga, now let's just continue to, you know what I'm saying, like do dope shit around the city and get the city lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if we at war, y'all can't go to a party on this side of town. You know, girls are scared to date guys from this side of town. Yeah. You add so many other things into the pot where it's like, yo, what we doing? Like, this was supposed to be fun. This was supposed to be like a great time and a great culture where we just like love and learn from each other and share the same experiences. Now it's like, y'all might get killed if I go over there. And I'm not even a part of that, but just because I live here and I'm from this side of town, I can't go on that side of town. Because right now, this dude said this in his YouTube video about this artist, and now it's, you know, this dude got killed, and they said they smoking on this pack and all this other. It's like, bro, now they gangbanging through the music. Like I grew up with Pac and Snoop. Like, yeah. If you listen to their music, you would be surprised that at one point they were trying to ban Snoop's music. Like, if you listen to if you listen to Doggy Style right now versus the music that's out now, you'd be like, yo, the government was trying to ban this at one point. Like, he's not even Snoop is not even really talking crazy like that. He's saying bitch and hoe and suck my dick and all this, you know, that type of thing. But he ain't saying, yo, we gonna spin a block and kill you, and then we gonna smoke on you, and then we gonna shoot your mother house up. And it wasn't none of that. Now it's turned into that. And now it's like, it's dangerous because it's like, how do we get a grip on that and diffuse that and put that out? But then again, if kids are monetizing, kids 18, 19 years old, and he's making $20,000 a month off his YouTube, how do you tell him to turn that off? I didn't mean to put all that on y'all. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's real though.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's just part of what's going on now.
You talked about like the time where it's like you aren't sure like where like it got away from like the culture or whatever. Do you feel like I don't know, like what you're describing, it just sounds like the communication is the biggest thing. Do you think social media was the catalyst for what you're talking about? Because I think the way you put it, it is.
You know what? I don't want to say social media is the catalyst because there's a lot of people that are on social media that haven't fallen victim to that. So it's not just social media. I think social media helps it if that's what you want to do, if that's the way you want to use it. But I think social media has its pros and its cons like a lot of other things. I just think that, again, the machine is monetizing the violence. The machine is pushing that in the algorithm. Because I don't know if y'all notice or not, but I look at it like we're living in a simulation. Like everybody's following everybody. If you look at TikTok, the trends and this and hashtag this and get on this algorithm, and in order for me to get in this algorithm, I have to say this and that'll get us in this algorithm. Everything is a simulation. So it's like, how do you fight against that simulation but still be seen, still be heard? You know what I mean? Like, and I always say, once you love what you do and once you're passionate about what you do, you don't really care about the algorithms. The people that want that, they're going to find it. You know what I'm saying? But your job is to stay true to who you are as an artist. Your job is to stay true to yourself, because I know a lot of dudes that say, like, I don't want to make this type of music, but that's what they pushing. I want to talk about girls. I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, like getting fly, and you know what I'm saying, like, I don't want to talk about the ops and this and that and that. It's like, I don't want to do that. But again, how do you not do that if that's what is being pushed and that's where most of the money is? You know what I'm saying? It's a very
catch-22-ish.
Yeah, and it's like, stay true to your art or chase the wave and get rich. It's hard to tell a 19-year-old kid not to chase the bag. It's hard to tell a 39-year-old man not to chase the bag. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to stay true to who you are and love what you do, and you're going to land right where you're supposed to be. Like I tell people all the time, like, don't pay attention to the process, and don't get discouraged by not seeing instantaneous, like, success. Fall in love with building it and watching it like, oh, shit, like, now we got, like, 5 lights now, and now we got, 7 mics and different type of, now we got a red lens camera, and now, I know how to edit this now, and that's where you find the payoff at, like learning and growing and building. And then you'll get to a point now where the blessings is just pouring in now, because it's like you stayed true to something, you learned something, you built something brick by brick, and you didn't trade in your morals and your values, because a lot of people get to their destination, but guess what? When they get there,
and lost themselves along the way. Yeah.
They traded in their morals and values a long time ago. Now, when you make it to your destination with your morals intact, what happens is people look at you like, damn, I don't like that because I had to trade mines in. So now I'm about to do some sucker shit to him. Now I'm about to do him dirty because he got to do what I did. Like, he can't get here and not having to give up his morals, and I did. You know, it's that too. And you got to deal with that now. And now you lose friends, and now you got enemies that you didn't even know was enemies at one point. It's like, yo, bro, we was all cool. How did it get to this? But then you learn, like, oh, you did that. I didn't do that, and I still got to where you at. And now we not friends no more.
We build different.
But, you know, it's again, man, just stay true to yourself. It's the easiest thing in the world is to wake up every day and be who you are. It's hard trying to be somebody else. It's hard trying to talk like somebody else and walk like somebody else, and that's hard. Like, wake up and do what do you like doing? Do that. Never mind what the wave is doing and what the algorithm is saying to do. What do you like? We had to talk about the Drake album. Everybody killing me. Yo, you dick riding Drake because you like that. I'm like, bro, let me get this right. You can hear something and not like it, and that's cool. I can hear the same thing and like it, but I'm a dick rider? That's where we at now?
There's a dissonance.
Like, art is to be interpreted by who's, consuming it. Mm-hmm. Me and you could hang out every day for the rest of our lives, right? Mm-hmm. And we still won't experience life the same way. You understand? Like, we could hang out every day for the rest of our lives. And things that you see and things that you hear, I still may not see it and hear it that way. It's the same thing with art. I may look at something and it may connect to me differently than it connects to you because our experiences are different. So when I hear an album and I hear a song, I'm listening differently than you are. I'm listening to cadences and flows and things like that, and the nuances and the entendres and the play on words and the way you say certain words so it can rhyme with the next word. Like, I'm listening to all of that. You just might be listening to, yo, this hook is trash.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, bro, but you didn't hear what he was saying in them bars, though? Like, he going crazy. So now, because I enjoy that, I'm pandering. And, and it's like, bro, if y'all only knew, like, I don't care about most of this shit that goes on. I consume the culture because I'm from the culture. But I'm not so embedded in it to where I can't have an honest opinion in my own thoughts. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people now, again, like I said, the algorithm and just following each other.
They just couldn't believe it if you have your own original.
Right.
They can't believe it's like, oh,
shocking to them.
It's like, oh, you pandering. How am I pandering? Art connected to me differently than it connected to you. That's all it is. I can never tell Basquiat, yo, I like this paint, but you should have used more red right there. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about that for a second. It's like, huh?
So do you think there's a right way to critique things and a wrong way to critique things?
Of course it is, because art is to be critiqued. But you can't put your personal things on it. Like, you can't say, I don't like this because I wouldn't have said that. What? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, like, you wouldn't have said it, but the artist said it. It didn't connect to you, fine. But you can't make that a reason why I don't like that, because I don't want to hear you talk about that. But that's what the artist wanted to talk about. Just say you don't like it. Like, nah, I didn't really connect to me. I didn't really get that. But when you start putting your personal things on it, that's when it gets weird, because, like, okay, now you're telling an artist how to create. Right. And I think that's a line you just don't cross when it comes to art. Like, you can't, like I said, you would not walk into a Michael Jackson session and say, yo, Mike, on this part, you should have said this. Excuse me?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like, but that's not the picture that the artist had. You could say, yo, Mike, I don't know. Like, where was you taking us with that? Like, I didn't get that. That's fine. But when you start saying, yo, I don't know, man, that's kind of, I would have did this. So do it.
Right.
Social media. And I think that's where we just, you know what I'm saying, it's because of, the phones and social media, and we feel like we have a voice and we could just say things and send it out, and, the artist might respond, and it's like we got into a weird space where we just feel like, there's no lines. There's no boundaries anymore. It's like everything is, I'm going to say what I want to say because I have a voice too.
So how do you personally combat that? Like when you say something and people are getting at you crazy, how do you kind of block it out? Because like, you know, the bigger that this podcast gets, like I've been more in the industry, so I'm kind of used to it. Like they're newer in it. And we've had to tell Zoe sometimes to stop going back and forth with people in the comments, like from the podcast page, because like you're never gonna beat the internet. And like you might just be arguing with some 11-year-old kid. Like,
and you got to know that some people just want engagement.
They
just want that back and forth moment and say, yo,
how do you make it like not get to you?
I'm a little older, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember what it was to not have social media and have to be outside, and you had to be who you say you are because you was really right in front of somebody's face, and you couldn't hide behind pictures and, you know, Photoshop and all these other things. Like you had to really be, if you was cute, you had to be cute in real life. If you was fly, you had to be fly in real life. See, now you got dudes that just follow dudes that have style and things like that, and they try to emulate that. It's like, yo, but you ain't really fly, though. You just follow some fly people on social media, and then you try to go get what they got, and you put it together. Like, I had to learn how to be fly by wearing the wrong shit and getting snapped on all day by my friends. Like, yo, that outfit is terrible. Okay, I know I'm never wearing this again.
I told them last episode, first snapback I ever got, it was brown and yellow. I wore it to school. Someone said it looked like shit and piss, and I never wore it again.
That's part of, you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you just have to know who you are. Like, people say things on social media to me sometimes, and I'm like, this person just doesn't know me. And it boils down to that. All right, you just don't know me. Like, if you think that I'm pandering to anybody, that's just, anybody that knows me would laugh at that. Because they like, yo, I don't know if y'all know him. He really don't care about a lot of this shit. He'll talk about it, but he ain't carrying it around in his real life like it's consuming his everyday thought. Like, no, an album came out, cool. Like I said, when the Drake album came out, some of my people was hitting me at 10:30, like, you heard the album? I'm like, bro, I just woke up. The album came out 4 hours ago. Like, I'm like, how did you hear the album already? It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Me personally, I won't even listen to rap at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's just where I'm at in my life. I can't start my day on a certain, give me some Bob Marley, some Sade, some, you know, Tony Braxton or something. And then once we get into the day and all that, then it's like, all right, let me hear some. But I can't start my day on a wake up. It's like, bro, that shit is that frequency is just too much. It's like, yo, bro, I just woke up. Just relax. Everybody chill. So when I finally got around, because by the time I got around to listen to the album, people was online saying this is his worst. And I'm reading it like, it came out 6 hours ago. How do you know this is the worst album of his career in 6 hours? How have you drawn that conclusion? You haven't even lived with the music yet. You don't even know. You haven't even caught all the lines yet. You didn't catch all the metaphors. You didn't catch all the shots that was thrown. You didn't catch, like, I know you did. It's impossible. Something that somebody took at least a year to work on, you're not going to get in 6 hours. It's not designed to happen that way.
So
not with an artist like that. What do I think about it?
Like, what do you rate it, like, out of 10?
To me, it's a lot of good songs on there. Now, when I first listened to it, like I said, I had my preconceived notions of what it would sound like. I had my expectations on what it would sound like. But again, that's personal.
Right.
And then once I remove that and just listen to the music, I'm like, oh, this is okay. This is dope. I like this. Like, this is cool. Like, this is this is who he is. This is the artist that he is. Like, okay, yeah, this song is good. If somebody else had this song, this would be the best song on their album. That's how I'm listening to it.
Okay.
Like, okay, if Lil Baby had this record, it would be the best song on his album. If whoever, if they had this song, it would like that song would be the one we go back to on the album. But because, you know, Drake is who he is, he's fighting against his own perception and his own career.
Right.
Which is a stellar career. We've never seen a run like this before. So it gets to a point where it's like, it's unfair because this person is so good to where people are like, he can't be this good. Like, he has to fall off sooner or later. It's inevitable. You have to have a decline. Everybody goes through it, right? But if this isn't the decline, it's just not the decline yet.
I wouldn't call it the decline, and we said, like, I would never call this his fall off. But for me personally, this is not my favorite. Like I've said, it's just,
and
like,
that's fine.
Yeah,
it's not my favorite.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like it's not. I'm not saying it's my favorite, but you're not gonna tell me that. what I'm listening to isn't good songs and good music. There's a lot of good songs on this album. To me, again, to me, there's a lot of good songs on this album. There's a lot of familiar sounds on this album that we're familiar with from him. Some of our favorite songs from him, he has some songs on this album that sound like those. It's just that this is that version of what he gave us already. But to say it's trash because you want to hear him talking about this type of stuff or you want to hear this, now you putting personal things into what you want from the artist. Right. And it's like this person just gave us a dance album 2 years ago or a year ago.
Was that already 2 years ago? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
At least
like a year and a half.
No, 2020.
It's like
2022.
a year and some
Summer
change.
2022.
Like a
yeah.
year and a half, right?
Yeah.
I remember when that album dropped. Oh,
People
everybody,
hated
what
it.
The
I
fuck
didn't
is
like
this
it when
shit?
it first came out.
What is this?
Right.
And we was in Mexico City when the album dropped. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, am I bugging? But like, this is good music.
Yeah.
It's not rap. It's not hip hop, but it's good music. And again, I understand too that a lot of the times people haven't traveled enough. They haven't spent times in certain places for things to connect to them. And I understand that. But we're just talking about the music, the sound. The fact that he can make an album like that impresses me.
For sure.
You understand? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, yo, bro, how did you even make that? Like, how can you even create that type of sound in that music? And then jump right back into Her Loss.
Yeah.
That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've never seen nothing like that in hip hop to create all these type of sounds. And that's why I tell people, I'm like, bro, you got to remember, he has a fan base outside of the block, outside of the hood. This is a global artist. So if he wants to make a record with Bad Bunny and put on the album, yeah, I'm not gonna spin that and keep listening to that because that's not what I want to hear.
And it's not for me.
It's not for me, but that's okay. But now if I go to Puerto Rico
And you put that
and
on,
I'm at a restaurant
it
and
might
that
hit
come
a
on
little
and all the
different.
girls that's pretty start dancing, I'm gonna be like, oh, this shit kind of hard.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But where I'm at in my environment right now, I'm in New York City, I'm in Harlem, I'm in the barbershop, I'm not gonna play that.
Yeah.
That's not the place for that. But that doesn't mean it's bad music. It just doesn't connect to you because of where you are and what you prefer.
Yeah.
And that's all I was saying in my review. Like, it's not bad music. It's just not what we expected. We heard For All the Dogs, and we thought, oh, he about to be on here talking that he going to be giving us bars on bars on bars. Then he gave us Slime You Out, and I was like, good song. Didn't expect that to be the first single. But I knew it was a good song. It's SZA and Drake. It's going to be a good song. They're not going to put out a trash song. But I didn't expect that to be the single. But then you give us 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is what we going. And then we get the album and it's not that. And I'm like, okay, cool, it's not that. But now let me just listen to the music. And then I'm listening and I'm like, yo, but there's good music on here. But again, it's subjective. It's to be critiqued. I'm not mad at anybody that has a critique of the album because that's what artists for. Critique it. You consume it, you have the right to say, I don't like this. You go to a restaurant, you buy food, it wasn't good. That's fine. But you can't go in the kitchen and tell a chef, yo, fam, put some more hot sauce on that next time. Put that on, flip that over on the fire. It's going to be like, well, nigga, you go make it.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's all I'm saying. It's just a way to express your opinion and to critique things without overstepping the boundaries of the artist and the creator and then the consumer. That's all I'm saying.
Can the artist overstep that boundary by getting that criticism and then lashing out to the critics, you know?
Usually when an artist does that, it's because it's a lot of compiled things and that just was the last straw.
Okay.
It's like that was the straw that was like, all right, enough is enough. It's not just like
Straw
that was
that
the
broke
first
the
one and it's like, because if you notice, then he posted everything that people were saying when Views came out.
And Take Care. Yeah.
So he's been sitting back watching this every album. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
now it's
yeah.
like, it's like, yo, bro, like, can y'all just chill and just listen to the album for a couple of days before you start saying it's terrible? Like, and I understand that. As a creator, you have to understand, like, something you took a year, 2 years to create, for somebody to just tear down in a matter of 3 hours, after a while, you're going to respond to that type of shit, bro. Everybody's human. After a while, you're going to be like, yo, do y'all know what I went through creating that album? I lost friends. I lost family. I miss time with my kid to entertain y'all, to bring joy to y'all. Mm-hmm. And this is what I get, like, in return. People are human, bro. Yeah. No matter how great they are, what they do, no matter how much success they have, they're human. And I think sometimes we miss that because somebody has $1 billion and can fly around the world whenever they want and has all these beautiful women. But it's like that person is still a human, though. And they have feelings and they have emotions, especially artists. Artists are very sensitive about their art. And I understand it. If you create something, you care about it. You don't want somebody to just tear it down. And, you know, again, you ain't got to like it. I'm not saying you have to like anything that you consume. I'm just saying, like, understand the boundary and the line to cross in talking about what the creator or the artist put forward. Like, just stay on a certain side of the line. That's all it is.
When you look at the Toronto rap scene, do you see like a scene that could compete with other cities well? Like, I'm not talking about like Drake. Like, take Drake, because Drake is his own league. Like, he is the greatest of our generation. Like, he's gone. Mm-hmm. Do you see a come up the way, like, we always see, like, you know, Atlanta has a come up from outside Toronto? Like, looking in, do you see, like, okay, like, they could be next? Like, Toronto has a solid foundation?
I think Toronto definitely has a solid foundation. I just think that it all comes down to, is Toronto going to support Toronto enough?
That's a very good question, which usually does not happen.
Right. Are the artists going to support each other in the city enough? And it's you know, it's crazy because a lot of times they don't. And like I said, me being from New York, I see it all the time. It's like, yo, why y'all not supporting this kid? He's dope. Oh, because he's from this side of the town and they got beef with them and this, that, and the third. It's just like, Atlanta, for the most part, they stick together.
Yeah. And
Atlanta
we always
supports
say that.
Atlanta. They show up for Atlanta. They represent for Atlanta. If I got a video shoot, a bunch of other artists that I know and I rock with, they pulling up to the video shoot just to support, jump in the video, give me a cameo, whatever, like, just to show that camaraderie, like, yo, we behind this dude, or we behind this woman, like, we supporting her, we pushing her because she's dope or he's dope. So I think Toronto just has to ask themselves that, like, is Toronto going to support Toronto enough to be dominant after Drake, to kind of pick up where Drake, because Drake, you know, he created, he put Toronto, you know, he stamped it.
100%.
And you have to respect. Now, me personally, because I know Toronto music and the scene, Toronto has always had dope artists. But the world now knows that, yo, there's something that came out of Toronto that's going to spark and inspire the next thing. So now it's up to Toronto to keep that, fan that flame and keep it going, or if they're going to stifle it and put the flame out.
So are you an advocate for, like, leaving your city to blow up, or do you think you should stay?
Leaving your city. I think it's important
like
to travel.
On the come up.
I think it's important to travel and see different things because it gives you a variety of things to talk about and it gives you a whole new perspective on what you thought. But when you say leave, I'm not abandon. Like, it's good to travel and to come back and, you know, feed it to your city. Like, yo, they doing this over here. Yo, over here, this is the wave. This is how they talk. And this is the sound that's coming. Like, this is what they own. You know, I think it's cool to do that. Now, if you leave and then never come back and then never give back, never reach back and pull up the next hot artist, I think you're doing more detriment to the culture than you are adding to it.
Yeah, I mean, like, career-wise, because a lot of people, especially from Toronto, but I've heard it with other cities, a lot of people say that you kind of need to leave to blow up because people where you're from, they already have their perception of you in their mind.
That ended with social media. See, before you had to leave because, again, I remember a time where if you wanted to get heard, you had to come to New York or LA with your demo. Like, if you was from the middle of Mississippi or wherever and you was dope, all right, well, you got to come be dope in New York. Or you got to come be dope in LA. Now, all I got to do is upload a video and it go on the internet and people start seeing it and hearing it like, yo, this is fire. I didn't leave my block. But now I got 4 million views on a video. I got 800,000 followers on social media. I'm still here. But we didn't have that luxury before. Like, if you wanted to be hot, and that's why I said it was always, to me, you could just feel the difference in artists and how serious they took it when you had to do that. Like, yo, you got to leave your block and you got to go to New York. You got to save up, get a flight, whatever you got to do. stand outside the Def Jam building with your demo and hope that you see Jay-Z and hope that you see Ja Rule and hope that you see DMX walking in the building and just hand them your like, yo, listen, I'm from here. I'm just trying to get on. That's what you had to do. You had to have personality, because you could just have a demo, but if you don't have a personality and you're just trying to hand somebody your demo, they're going to be like, all right, why should I take that? So now you got to have charisma. You got to have personality, and you got to have a look. And it's like, okay, I'm going to listen to what this kid got to say because I like how he approached me. I like his energy. Whereas now, like I said, I could put my song on Apple right now if I want to. Bryson Tiller's a perfect example of that. He was working, I think, in Domino's when his record took off. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, they wanted me to put out a project. I'm like, I only have 4 songs recorded. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's the difference. It's like, yo, you could get hot from your bedroom. Kids can become popular in their basement right now. Before, you had to really hit the pavement and really be outside and really travel in different cities. Now more than ever, if you're creative, if you don't take your craft serious now and you don't really push those buttons, I don't know when you'll ever have another opportunity like this.
You think it's a better thing to be able to do this now, or are we just getting quick, fast streaming?
Oh, no, it's definitely a lot of fast food out there.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of shit that you shouldn't be eating.
Microwavable.
Yeah, it's a lot. But you have to be able to sift through that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be like, nah, I'm cool. Like, all right.
Your
I'm cool.
discernment needs to be.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You have to know what you like. Don't fall into what the algorithm is pushing every time you open your phone. Mm-hmm. It's okay to be like, nah, I'm not feeling that. Like, that's just not what I'm into.
Because you know that Water song by Tyler?
Yes. Yeah.
I personally love that song. I think she's beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate that song.
Really?
It's getting a lot of hate because it's pushing, right? It's on TikTok, it's on Instagram, it's on Reels, it's on ads. People are like, yo, get this song away from me. Mm-hmm. Once you drop the video, right? You dropped it recently, everyone's like, yo, people on social media, mainly, Twitter, everyone's like, yo, this song is dragging this song. I'm like, I don't get it. Was it because you hear it everywhere? But my thing is, if you hear it, it doesn't make it a bad song. Mm-hmm. Right? Just because you see it on your TikTok and it's going viral doesn't make it a bad song at all.
Right.
So when does this hate come in?
It's not.
Do you see what I mean?
I know what you mean, because sometimes it's like, this is an undeniable hit.
It's a great song.
Yeah, right.
No matter how many times it's on my TikTok page, it's a good song.
But like I was saying earlier, if Michael Jackson put Thriller out in this era, there would be people on social media at Michael Jackson saying, this is the worst shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
We talking about arguably the biggest album of all time.
Yeah.
If he was to put it out today, there would be people on social media at Michael Jackson saying, this is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life.
Anthony Fantano would give it a solid 6.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, when you think about things in that sense, it's like, okay, like I get it. That's just what this is for. That's just what people are going to do. Like, I know people that didn't hear the Drake album and have already said it was trash.
But how? How are you going to say it's trash before actually listening to it?
It's called mental illness.
Groupthink.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's okay to say it.
Yeah.
Some people are mentally ill. It's all right. They'll say anything to just get an engagement, get a reaction, and
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, but yo, you didn't even hit the album yet.
The only reason why I said that I don't like the album is because this is and I'm a Drake, like, I love Drake. You guys know this. Like, I listen to Drake every day. This is the first Drake album where it took me a long time to get through it. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, damn.
It felt like a chore.
I don't want to say chore, but
chore is a heavy word.
Yeah, I was like, yo, like, why can't I just get through this album and vibe? Mm-hmm. And I kept trying to get through it. I'm like, let me just go back and listen to this. Mm-hmm. Or, let me try. Nah, I'm going to go listen on it or Her Loss again. Or actually, let me run back Certified Lover Boy. I just kept doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just can't get through this album beginning to end. Mm. And maybe this doesn't resonate with me. Maybe I was looking for something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But this is the first album I can honestly say that I've had a hard time getting from top to bottom. Any other Drake album I can run top to bottom.
And that's
I might
fine.
skip or fast forward, but I can run it top to bottom, no problem.
And that's perfectly fine.
Do you think though that's like not for me? Like what she's describing, like it was a chore to get through, because that's kind of what you described it as before,
the music just didn't
right?
connect to her.
Yeah,
that's all.
Okay.
And it's fine. It happens. Michael Jackson put out some songs that didn't connect to me. I was just like, Mike, I will never listen to that again.
So do you feel like any
what
of those?
song is that?
Yo, you should have seen when she was listening to y'all talk about what you guys talked about on your Patreon.
Yeah.
She was in that room. She was about to burst at the seams.
The
How
top
could you
three?
forget? like,
Yeah,
what
because you guys talked about your top 3 Michael Jackson songs. And Remember the Time was not on any of y'all's top 3.
Oh, yes.
And that to me, do you remember, girl?
But you know what,
Do
though?
you?
But that
Like,
speaks to how great of an artist he is, though.
Okay.
What he was.
Like,
because it's like, for that song not to be in your top 3 means that the other 3 got to be some bangers.
like that's a Mike, like that. When I think of, that's an amazing track.
Oh, no, absolutely. One of the greatest songs ever.
But I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't have been in my top 3 either.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, like you're saying, that's why Mike is Mike, but it wouldn't have been in my top 3 either.
What was your top 3?
Just off the top of my head, I probably, in no particular order, I probably would have went Rock With You.
Yeah, that's in mine.
Rock with you.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Mm.
And
They don't care about
I'd probably go.
really care about us.
I'd probably go Billie Jean.
Yeah.
See, I would do
Them
mine
three.
would be Rock With You, Remember the Time, and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
You can't go wrong. It's Mike.
It's true.
You can't go wrong.
I don't really like. It's Mike. Yeah, it's Mike.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't have a top 3.
Yeah.
You're gonna be here all day.
It's
It's
Mike.
like
It's
shuffle
Michael
still.
Jackson, bro. It's like, what we talking about? Okay, take out Billie Jean and put in Remember the Time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
It's just
exactly,
like
yeah.
it's like whatever. It's just what we doing. You know what I'm saying? We know he got hits on hits, and it's just that's Mike.
My fear with music right now is we're gonna run out of legends. Because I feel
We
like
already are.
Well, yeah, but my point is like we're gonna have to get to a point where it's like, okay, no one is selling out, and this is more like black artists. Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny can sell out stadiums, but like, who's gonna sell out stadiums after Beyonce?
Tyler.
That maybe if people
Have
don't
you
kiss,
seen,
don't
have you
stop.
seen Bad Bunny live yet?
No, I haven't, but I heard he's amazing,
Yeah, he's.
and I believe it. I love Bad Bunny. I think Bad Bunny's great.
No, I had to go see it for myself.
I made a tweet that got me thrown under.
We had
thrown
What was
under
the tweet?
I was exaggerating.
Okay.
I was. But it was a picture of like a Bad Bunny stadium.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, no. When I say it, I'm like, Drake, Rihanna, Jay-Z, whatever, everybody combined couldn't do this. And people were like, are you crazy? And I was like, hey, first, I'm exaggerating.
Combined?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And she wonders why, she,
Yo,
And then I wonder why I get
saying
dragged up.
Drake, Jay-Z, and who
I think Rihanna and Beyonce.
combined? I don't think they got a stadium that could hold that combined. Like, are you kidding me? At that
But I
point,
was definitely being dramatic. But
Yeah.
it was just nice to see, like, Bad Bunny is like, you just can't deny his numbers. Like,
Yeah,
what
he's-
he's doing,
he
he's a
signed to
different-
OVO apparently.
is he?
No, that's what Birdman said that. And everyone's
Oh.
kind of like, I don't know about
I
this.
think he was saying that he's been affiliated with.
Oh,
Oh,
for
like
sure.
he's gang.
Well, think
But I
about
don't
it.
think he's. If he, let me explain something to you. If that kid is signed to Drake,
Drake is laughing.
bro, that is the biggest fucking like. All right, dude. Like, what you got
He
going
struck
on,
gold.
man?
He struck
How did you
gold.
pull that off?
Well, I feel
think
like
that
Drake
would've
was
just
the
been
first
luck.
artist who kind of brought Bad Bunny into like
And that's
North
what it is.
American.
He
The
gave him the
Mia
stamp.
song?
He
Was
kind
that
of
what it was?
I
co-signed.
think even
I
before
remember that.
Mia, did he not have a song before Mia with Bad Bunny?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He was
But I
definitely
feel
the
like-
first to co-sign. him
Yeah,
and stamp him,
100%.
But I feel like low key, in some way, it could slightly be possible because Bad Bunny was kind of like Drake in a way that, like, when he came out, people weren't saying this was the guy. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad
for
Bunny
sure,
was
no.
making rap albums in 2018 that like
Yeah.
people weren't really jacking. So it's possible if Drake saw him in 2018 was like, this guy's kind of cool, signed him for the low, and then he popped, and now he's him.
Yeah.
He could have hit a lick, and they just wanted to keep it on the low to keep him independent. But I don't.
I want to know though.
That would be
Like, I need a
crazy.
definitive like he is, because
That would
for
be
me, that
crazy.
again, that's like, bro, how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that possible that this major artist is signed to this major artist? Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that would be insane. Just the optics of that would be crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. But yeah, Bad Bunny is one of those that I had to go see myself, and then once I left, I was like, okay, I get it.
You get it.
I 100%.
Yeah.
He's a character. He created a world, and he brings you into his world, and they. Just
But
love
who's
shit.
that? Like, we don't even have like a next black artist who can do world tours the way Drake gets up and does world tours, sold
Yeah,
out
That's
$2,000
American.
verified
You
tickets.
mean like Canadian or like North American?
North American, yeah, black,
Yeah.
like hip hop, R&B.
nah.
Like, who is that?
Yeah, no.
We
Because the closest would be international, would be like Burna Boy or something.
Yeah.
for sure, right?
yeah.
But after Renaissance, right, we saw what Beyonce did in 40 something shows.
Yeah.
At 40 years old, is she right? She's
42.
40. Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly.
Like $500 million.
That,
Insane.
like
crazy.
the gap is astronomical right now.
I'm gonna tell you the other superstar that's that, but we probably won't see it anymore is Kanye.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, we probably won't see it in that magnitude anymore. Because I just think he's somewhere else, mentally right now. But he's another artist that.
Well, Kanye is my favorite artist, like of all time.
Yeah,
I think.
Don't shoot.
no, that's not a hot take.
I think
like people be like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, like
Nah,
easily."
that's not a hot
musically,
take.
yeah.
Artist.
I think Chris could have been
Easily.
that.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown
Oh,
could
of
have.
course.
Chris Brown could have been
100%.
that.
Of course.
100%.
But,
He's still a major artist. Like he's still like
yeah, despite
selling out
everything.
arenas and things like that overseas. Like he's still that guy for sure. But it's in a place now when you remove those names and be like, okay, but then what?
Because
Now,
everyone's
who's
only
out there?
getting older, right?
Everybody's getting older. People are not really making music to last anymore. Everything is for the moment. So it's it's tough, man. But again, I love the culture, and I just hope that we get to a place where we just appreciate it and care about it like we did at one point, because the ecosystem of hip hop has been able to generate billions every year around the world, and I just don't think that we protect it enough, and we don't value it enough. And if you don't protect your ecosystem enough and care about it, one day you're gonna look up and it's gone. And now you just got a bunch of dirty rocks in the water. Yeah. And before you had beautiful coral reefs, blue water, now it's brown. And you know what I'm saying? So we got to protect the culture and get back to just caring about what we're doing.
That's real.
Yeah.
Y'all look tired.
Y'all want to wrap it there?
I
I can keep going.
What else you got?
I want to know, like, what's with
What are we at right now? This might be our longest episode
We're
of all
right
time.
now. We're right at 2 hours.
Oh, are we really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bet. Okay.
I always
I
want to
figured
ask
you
a New Yorker, like New York people and fashion, like where did this come from? Like y'all care so much about fashion to the point where it's like, but I feel like it's like a black thing where, it's like what you were saying, how you learn to dress because if you went to school, you got roasted.
Yeah.
I don't know if other cultures do it too, or it's just us to where
It's just us.
especially New Yorkers care about fashion so much that like even if you're wearing something but it's the wrong type or the wrong brand, they're still getting at you. Like you could wear a fire outfit and a dude will be like, yo, you wearing a Nike coat?
Yeah.
Like what is that?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Has that always been like that?
Yeah, I mean it's just part of our culture, man. Like black people, we love to look good, and we it makes us feel good. It's a stat. Somebody that dresses nice usually means like, okay, they got some shit going on for themselves. They they doing well for themselves. It's just a confidence thing. But I think more importantly, New York City, because so many eyes are on New York City when it comes to music and fashion and entertainment and things like that. I feel like just being in that city, you have to kind of focus on that more than if I grew up in the middle of America where I don't even see my neighbors if I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like New York, we're right on top of each other. I ride the subway, get on the subway every morning. I'm shoulder to shoulder with, 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to kind of care about how you look and how you present yourself because there's so many people looking at you. There's so many people that come into contact with you. So I just think that that's what it is. Like, you always just want to look good. Being from New York, you always want to, look like you have something going on in your life. Like, I'm really doing stuff out here. Like, I'm taking care of myself. I carry myself a certain way. I'm confident. That's just part of growing up in the city, man. Again, you get roasted in school enough, you don't ever want to feel like that again. You're like, yo, bro, as soon as I get some money, I'm going to make sure I'm fresh every day. And that's just like, I know kids that work jobs just to buy sneakers and just to buy like jeans and shit like that. And it's like, but it's weird now because I see kids and I'm like, those jeans is $800 though.
They're getting younger and younger, bro. I was saying this dudes are in high school wearing their designer down.
Yeah, so I'm just like, it's confusing because I'm like,
is it fake or are you just spending all? But how are you getting the bread?
Like,
to
you
even,
didn't save up working at the grocery store to get those $800 jeans.
No, you didn't do that.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? So it's
So
like,
what do you do? Y'all either scamming or robbing,
right?
or
So it's like,
fake?
and that's none of my business, so I don't ask. But I'm observing enough to be like, yo, but those jeans is $800 though.
Yeah,
Those sneakers is reselling at $550.
and you can't lie and say, "Oh yeah, my parents." But I don't know, or maybe the parents are different, just because like parents are getting younger and younger now,
Yeah.
but there's no way I could have been 16 and asked my mom to buy me a Gucci belt. She would have looked at me like I was
It wasn't
insane.
happening.
No way.
Yeah. A Gucci
No way.
belt. I remember I could asking my mom for a pair of Jordans when Jordans was only like $110. I said only 110. Right?
Yeah.
But this is from when sneakers usually was like $65, $70. If I asked my mom for a pair of Jordans, that was like a gift. That was like, okay, you did good this semester in school. All right, cool, you can have those.
And you're getting one, and that's
One
it.
pair. But the thing about that one pair, I played ball in them. I went to go to the cute girls block in the jeans, t-shirt, like I had them on. It was like we wore the sneakers. It was like we didn't put them in a box in our living room and be like, yo, these are like one of one. And it's like, but you're not wearing them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
That's just, to me, I'm not a sneakerhead, but not at one time, but I've definitely gone through that for sure.
But you
like
said you had
now,
like 200
right
right
now.
now?
I'm probably at a little over 200, yeah.
Some would call that a sneaker.
How do you
That is
even
a- how-
like,
yeah.
yeah, that is definitely a sneaker.
But you know what it is? When I say I'm not a sneakerhead, I don't chase the releases. Like, you know how people know when
'Cause
those
you're
are
Mal.
coming out? No, but it's not that. It's just that I really don't know, but then I'll see them. I'm like, those is hard. Like, I need those.
Oh, okay. I see.
You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
I like what I like. I'm not just chasing. To
Yeah,
me,
okay,
sneakerheads get any and everything that's dropping. And I'm just like, yo, but those ain't even fly like that. Like, why would you?
If
you
you
got
see something you
200
like
pairs
it,
that
then
are
you'll cop
fly.
one.
To me, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I fell into that whole corny wave of any Jordan one that came out, I got it.
Okay.
And then you look at it, you look up and you be like, all right, that's the same colorway. It's just that the white is here now and the black is here. It's like, now y'all playing with me. Now y'all just taking my money.
Bro, I've
That's
been
the
said
same
that.
sneaker.
I've been to that. Jordan, they're just pressing shuffle on the color machine.
That's all it
and
is.
Putting
Yeah.
the shoes
It's
out.
like a Rubik's Cube. They just flipping the colors around on different sides. And then you like, oh, these is fire. Bro, you got 4 of those in there. Sit down.
Yeah.
And I just told my homeboy that the other day. I was like, bro, I have to get rid of so many sneakers because it's the same colorway.
yeah.
It's just flipped in certain ways. And it's like, why do I have this same brown and black and white sneaker?
Yeah.
It's the same sneaker, the same silhouette, the same suede and leather. It's just that this is brown on this shoe and this is black on the other one.
Do you have clothing pride? Like, if you see something that you like that someone else is rocking, will you ask them about it? Like, yo, what's that? Or where'd
It
you get
depends on
that?
who it
Or
is.
will you just...
It depends on who it is.
Can I say it?
Let me say it.
Go ahead.
So, earlier on today, guys, we were here chilling with the guys. They were shooting their stuff. And I asked, and Mal has on these pair of shoes for you guys that are listening, not watching.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, are those Pumas? He's like, yeah, like I rock these. This is my everyday shoe, XYZ.
Every day.
Now, me just being a black man with pride, I didn't want to take it further than that.
Yeah.
I really wanted to be like, yo, what are those? Those are really nice. But I didn't want, I know what they are.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I know what they are because I then sat on my computer.
You searched
I've
them?
never seen him open a laptop doing all these.
Shasor was from his phone, and
I-
he realized his phone wasn't working. Went
Yeah.
to his laptop.
Yeah.
I've never seen him open
I
a laptop.
scoured. It's like when someone's playing a song and you don't want to ask them what it is, so you have to Shazam it, but like down here.
Yeah.
It was like one of those. So
Yeah.
I searched far and wide on the internet to find, down to the point where, when your search terms aren't working, so you have to break it down like basic.
You gotta add different keywords.
I put Puma shoes that look like Asics,
Yeah.
and I found them.
Yeah.
I found them now,
Yeah.
but
It took you a minute though, because I'm like, yeah, those aren't them.
These
I
are
was like,
these bro, when I tell you I've probably worn these the last 3 days in a row. Like I'm ready to have them send me because they have more colorways. Like it's just so that's what I'm at that point now. I'm more comfort than whatever's hot.
But not all the time. There's no way you
No,
have
not all the
200
time, but like I
comfort shoes.
care more about comfort because if I'm gonna have these on and I'm traveling, I'm going to the airport and I'm flying out. It's like I'm walking through the airport. Comfort is key. Walking through an airport. It's not about when I see people walking through an airport with Jordan 1s on. I'm like, how? That is the flattest sneaker. Like, how are you walking this long ass airport with these flat sneakers? With these, the first time because I remember when they sent me these and I opened the box and I was like, I was kind of thrown off a little bit. I was like, okay. I got some sweats or whatever, and the first time I wore them, I was like, oh, this might be my favorite pair of sneakers because it was just so comfortable and again, it doesn't look like a hype beast sneaker. It's just like, yo, what are those?
Fire sneaker.
But it's just they're so comfortable, and I mean, it's different colors. It's blacks, it's whites, it's silvers, it's oranges. So you can wear different things with them. But I just, with the whole sneaker thing, whatever's comfortable and whatever I like personally, that's just what I'm doing. I don't care what it is, bro. It could be well, no, it can't be certain things, but it could be, things that's
What's
not
off limits? Like, what are you
K-Swiss.
not touching? Like, if those were FUBU, would you
Never.
wear?
Lugs.
Never.
Lugs.
What's the
Fake titties.
limit? Like Reebok, Adidas. Well, like clearly Adidas.
It'll
People
be
wear hella
hard.
Adidas.
With Reeboks, I'll still do like the Iversons. You know what I'm saying? But those are kind of heavy. Like
They're
I don't,
big. They're
I don't
very
understand how I
chunky,
ever played
yeah.
basketball in those at one point.
Yeah,
Like,
that's crazy.
I'm like, yo, these are just so heavy. It's like, how was I running up and down concrete in the park playing in these before?
It's like Jordan. I don't understand how you hoop in Jordan 5s.
The worst
That's
sneaker
crazy.
ever that I was like really a fan of at one point, and I literally just gave away like the last pair I had like maybe 2 weeks ago. Foam posits.
Yo.
That is the worst.
That was an
sneaker.
era, though. Like, people were going crazy.
Oh, of course.
over
That is
People
the-
loved foam.
That is the worst sneaker.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't bend. It doesn't give into
Those-
your
they're
foot. It doesn't
stiff.
break. It's like, what is this that my foot is? It's like I put them on and it felt like somebody was just holding my foot like this all day. And it started giving me anxiety, like to the point where if I go somewhere, I gotta like kind of take the sneaker off, like to let my foot feel like it can move.
Yeah.
Because that material, it just doesn't give at all.
And
And
some
I had
people were
the-
balling in foam posits.
That was me at one point. And
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
how was I ever running up and down jumping in these? Like, this is like having a box on your foot. Just gave away the copper ones. I had the copper ones, the gold ones. I just gave
Yeah.
those away like 2 weeks ago. I didn't even know I still had them in my closet. I saw them. I was like, I will never wear these again.
Foam posits, that was a part of the
So how big is your
Hoodman
closet?
uniform.
I have so in New York, a lot of the buildings that they build now, the closet space is very small.
Okay.
So I have a 2-bedroom, and the second bedroom is like a closet. It's like a
Oh,
walk-in
okay.
closet.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is all my sneakers, my clothes, just little art pieces and stuff like that I have in there. Because it's just not enough space in my bedroom closet for all my stuff.
So you have a 2-bedroom bachelor pad.
Yeah. 2-bedroom bachelor for
Interesting.
now.
I was
Bachelor
gonna
for now.
pocket wash, but
What do you mean
we'll
for
do that
now?
off camera.
You said pocket wash?
I was gonna pocket wash.
What do you
but
mean
we'll
for
do that
now?
off camera.
It's New York. We
Because you never know. Things happen. You can meet somebody and it goes from being bachelor to, nah, this is my girl, it's my lady.
So do you want that?
Absolutely.
Like, do you want like?
I want a family. I want kids running
Really?
around. I want loud noise in the morning. I want it to be lit.
I didn't expect that from you.
Hell yeah.
So do you think like time is ticking?
On me, now this shit still work. Yeah. Shot clock ain't on. I'm at half court dribbling this motherfucker all night. Like, nigga, all right, cool.
So when was your last relationship? If you want
Relationship or
See,
girlfriend?
but when I said that,
No, because there's a difference. Relationship
okay,
and
you're right.
girlfriend.
Okay, okay. For answering like that, okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
My last relationship,
So my last relationship could have been like 5 months ago. If we're talking about
if
relationship,
that's what it is,
Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't answer that question
yeah.
correctly.
No, okay.
then.
Can we
But I think
define
that's-
this so you
how we
guys are on
define-
the same
Right,
page?
yeah.
So relationship is, so to me, a relationship, like, because I can be dating somebody and, we're at that point where we're really feeling each other and it's like, okay, like let's see where this goes. But we're
Right.
not at boyfriend, girlfriend yet. But I'm not dating nobody else.
So you're
Oh,
exclusive.
that's what you call a relationship.
It's like we're in a relationship. But now, if you're my girl, it's like, okay, now you kind of like, you live with me or like I'm always at your place. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of sort of that thing.
So
For
when was
me.
your last girl?
My last girlfriend, maybe 6 years ago.
That's not that bad.
Maybe 6 years ago. Yeah.
I've never heard someone say it like that though.
What?
Like my last relationship versus my last girlfriend. I would think that they're like people. I would think that
Like
it's
when I start,
synonymous.
like when I'm kicking it with your family, like,
Yeah.
and you're not around, like you're my girl.
You don't make those
Okay.
distinctions?
Well, I would always think so. When he asked me my last relationship, it was about 4-5ish, 4ish years ago, like on and off. But
But you know the difference between having like just a general relationship with someone or
But
like
then
having
it-
a situationship.
Yeah.
Like I don't
But
know.
what
I think-
you would consider that a relationship? Like a
It's just
situation
it's just semantics.
it is very
Relationship's
semantics.
a broad word. Like me
Yeah.
and you have a relationship as podcasters.
Right.
Like
But if you're talking about my last relationship where I was like, talking to someone exclusively, it was
Yeah.
just me.
People
and
would
them.
say that.
Then
They'd
it
say
would have
you're
been like, yeah,
exclusive.
like
Yeah,
5-6 months ago. If that, yeah.
5-6 months ago.
If we're talking about relationship where like, yeah, it was him and
You were
I were
exclusive,
exclusive.
but you weren't
not
boyfriend
seeing
and
other people.
girlfriend.
Then yeah, about like 6 months ago.
Okay.
But last this is my boyfriend. Yeah, about like 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if
Or
it's-
this is my
it should-
serious,
Yeah,
person.
like when you start kicking it with the family and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like the fam. Like me and your dad go to like the Knicks games together.
Oh,
like,
I don't know if I've gotten that far.
that's like my girl.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah, I don't know if I've even gotten
Why
that
is that
far.
wild to take your girlfriend's dad to a game?
No, it's not. That's just very.
If that's
it's
where
just
y'all
very
connect that,
serious,
like we
yeah.
always watching the game, or we always talk like, "Yo, you seen the game last?" That's not like where that's our bond.
You're
It's
locked
like,
in. At that point, you're locked in.
That's my girlfriend.
yeah, that's serious.
Yeah, like we like, you know what I mean? Like, now, if we're in a relationship, it's like we're dating, we spending a lot of time with each other. We may take a vacation.
I feel like men hear that and like, yo, our relationship, like that's not what it is.
No,
I
you
mean,
got to be honest with yourself. A lot of dudes just,
I agree.
they want to
I-
have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Like they want to have the girlfriend, as far as like, just the privileges, but still want to have just enough freedom to kick it with somebody else.
Right.
Remember how I said like we always say people that call the people they're fucking friends?
I hate that.
Like I think
and
it's,
I've always
I think
said
it's
that.
the same thing as a relationship.
And
Like,
men hate to hear it when I tell them, yo, you're not my friend. And they get offended. They're like, what do you mean we're not friends? What do you mean like
you can leverage that
we
friend
can't be
stuff.
friends? You are not my friend. I never wanted to be your friend. I wanted to have sex with you. I
Thanks.
wanted to date you. You are not my friend. Why are we trying to mask this whole friend thing? We are not friends. I want to see you naked.
It's to make it more palatable to other people.
I don't care. It doesn't have to be palatable.
Yeah.
I also think it's like just an uncomfortable reality people don't want. to
100%. But I'll
deal
tell
with.
you
Yeah.
straight up, I'm not calling you my friend. You can be my friend after we get together. Like we're together and yeah, you're my friend first. But once we're done, then we're not friends again.
Would you introduce a guy you're dating to somebody you had sex with before, like on some cool shit?
No, I wouldn't want to. Like if I had to, like you may say, like we're in the function, like whatever. Okay, cool. Like Mal's is just Sora, this is Mal, but like I don't want to
ever do that to me.
I don't really want to go out of my. But my thing is, for example,
ever do that.
if you and I are dating, right, and me and Jasor have hooked up in the past, and I see we're at a game, I see Jasor,
Yeah.
and I hail Jasor, I'm saying, oh, what's up? I haven't seen you in a minute. What do you want me to do? Just beeline with you? Like, I feel like it's rude to not be like, oh, this is my man.
I feel like it's rude for me to dap somebody that had you bent over before.
Yeah.
But would you not want to be introduced?
If he hit it before, no, fuck that nigga.
So what do you want me to say?
Nothing. Going back to my seat to watch the game. I don't need to meet him. What am I saying? What's up to him for?
I just feel like it's rude to not introduce someone. Period.
Nah,
No.
I think it's just like if you were intimate with somebody before. Me, all right. Let me just say me.
Okay.
Don't introduce me to somebody that you was intimate with before. Like I don't want to.
But wouldn't it give it away if I'm like, oh, like talking to this guy in the corner
Sure.
and then just like turn around and
I know
come?
what that means. But I
Okay.
respect that because I'm like, okay, obviously they got some history, like
Okay.
I'm not insecure in that, but I'm not gonna be like, yo, what's good, fam? Dap him up, and now we start talking about, yo, where you from? Nah, don't ask
That's
me nothing.
kind that's kind of
Wow.
Don't ask me. Nah.
So you would rather just not know, like you
But
would
you
want
know,
her
but
to
you don't want
tell
to be
you.
introduced.
I would want her to tell me, like, if we somewhere and somebody walks in the room that she, used to deal with, she was intimate. I would want her to tell me just so I know who's in the room.
But you just don't want to meet him.
But don't introduce
Okay.
us and we start kicking.
I
it.
can agree on that. I don't need to meet this guy.
Put it like this: if you know I like you and I got a crush on you, and I know you like me, you got a crush on me. Don't even introduce me to your current boyfriend. Like, say we never did nothing. I don't want to be cool with him.
I
I'm
agree.
trying to get him out the way.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Men are
Like a
crazy.
girl did that to me last summer. She like introduced me to her boyfriend, and I'm crazy, man. So she introduced me to him, and I know she only introduced me to him because he asked her about me before. Because he swears we hooked up, and we never did. And so I looked at her when she was like, "Yo, this is." I was like, "What's up, fam?" And I turned to look at her, and I gave her a look like he made you do that.
Yeah.
But he only made you do that because I know he felt like I don't think you would ever introduce me to anybody you was intimate with. So if you haven't been intimate with him, introduce me to him.
Introduce me to him.
Like I knew that's what it was. So I was like, all right, I know what this
That
is.
is the worst situation ever.
Men are
You know what I'm
so
saying?
weird.
But
Because you clock it, and that,
but
like, that's the only reason.
but because that's a real friend of mine, and I care about her. I mean, she's beautiful, and we get along. Like I would absolutely date her if given the opportunity. But I respect her enough in her relationship to be like, I know why you introduced me to him, because he swears up and down that we probably have hooked up before. Because if you see us in the same room, you would think so too. You would
But
just see our chemistry.
I think that's important. That's an important characteristic to have in a person, to where even if I want you, or say we have or haven't hooked up before, that if you're in another situation, or even if you're not in a situation, if I see you with another dude, I'm not about to make it weird. Like, I'm not about to come up to you in front of the dude, rock you back and forth, telling me, yo, you got a good one. Like, I'm not about to make your situation hot.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, I feel like it's just selfish that, like, they just want to cause chaos for no reason. Like, I don't like that. I've seen a lot of girls like that, but I know dudes like that too, where it's like, if I'm with my girl and there's a dude that she hooked up with, like, why are you trying to, like, try to stir some shit up with us?
right.
Like, I
Like,
don't like
on the
that.
flip side, before we wrap this up, men also, like, you guys, a lot of men, maybe not you guys in particular, but like men will ask questions. It's like, don't ask me questions you don't know the answer to.
No,
Like, I've had men, like,
no.
for example, like, I've had men that I'm like genuinely just friends with, right? And their friends try to talk to me. Oh, yo, so like, have you and Mal ever looked, like, bro, do you really want to know? First of all, no, we haven't. But do you really want to know the answer to that question though?
Would you tell?
If I did,
I'm a firm believer in that.
100%.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
If I mess with your friend, I'm gonna tell you, by the way, your friend smashed. So
That's gangster.
If it's my friend,
But why would I lie?
Yeah.
Because, for example, say we do get caught up in something, and now I'm,
It's
at
always
the kickback.
it's always better to have the truth on your side.
But if it's like, yo, by the way, I like you, you like me, like, let's, because you always gotta do, especially when you're dating in Toronto, you gotta do the body talk. And it's like, yo, who? It's not like I don't want to know how many bodies you have, but who do I know that have
It's
been
the same
with
thing
you?
in New
I
York.
think you're
It's
more
important.
thorough, like, with that.
But I'll tell you
specifically,
straight
know?
up, I'll be like, yo,
People aren't that responsible, like how you're describing.
Yeah,
like,
I'd be like,
having
listen.
that convo.
I
People
think
don't
it's
do
important.
that.
Yeah.
That's important.
and I've been thrown for a loop where I didn't even know, like, this was a guy maybe I slept with years ago, like when I was like 19, 20.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, yeah, like, and I'm like, oh, y'all went to the same high school? Like, yeah, I was like, oh, oh, y'all did, oh, okay.
But
I'm like,
yeah,
yo,
if it's like that, if it's like 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
years ago, that don't really. It's
that's like,
all
okay.
right,
And like,
yeah.
how cool are y'all? You know what I mean? Like,
But
are
if it
y'all
was 2
besties?
summers ago, it's like, all right.
But what if it's your friend? Like, is your friend from 8, 9 years ago?
And
Like you're talking to her.
Your friend
like
that you see
like
every day and stuff.
Like,
That's
you
worse than
like
2
her,
summers
you
ago.
vibing with her.
yeah.
But your friend, you find out that your friend smashed like 8, 9 years ago. But it's like your homie.
Yeah.
Could you look past that, or is it still?
Look past it and make it my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Nah.
Even if it was like
I respect
high school.
that.
Nah.
I respect
I can't because no matter what we could say what we want. It's always gonna be awkward if my homeboy is hanging out with me and my girl pull up on us. It's just gonna be awkward, bro.
Telling you.
No
And
matter
people
what,
look at me
you can be as mature as you want to be, as secure as you want to be. It's gonna be an awkward vibe in the air because I know my woman intimately and sexually, and so do you.
Yeah.
We can't get past that.
But when I say, this is just ego talking. This is just
No. You. We were.
Now
saying
I'm gonna hit it. I'm
something
gonna still
different.
hit it. I'm not gonna say I'm not, but girlfriend, I don't. Nah, I can't do
See,
that.
because I would never disagree with you with that. What we were saying was, you can't judge your friend for wanting to smash me after you smash. Like, you can't say she's weird.
I can.
That's what I was saying. I feel like that's selfish.
But would you look at your homeboy weird?
Like
No.
if only because I hit it, now he want to hit it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
Thank you.
No, not serious. No, not because you hit it.
Okay.
You smash.
Yeah.
Now I meet her.
Yeah.
And then I want to smash.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at me weird because you smash her and now I'm smashing.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at it as weird necessarily, but I'll be like, well, what's your intentions with her? Like, you just trying to hook up? Like, just trying
Yeah.
to,
Like but it wasn't your girl. Like, you met her on a hookup thing.
Yeah.
You
We
smashed.
just had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up meeting her a couple years later.
yeah,
And like, I'm trying to smash, but I tell you, yo, do you know her?
yeah.
And you say, oh yeah, I smashed. I'm like, oh yeah, I met her. Like, I might try to, you feel me?
I had a situation like that where a friend of mine stopped talking to me.
Because you smashed a girl that he smashed.
I had sex with her first.
Oh.
And he got with her, and he just stopped talking to me. Like we haven't spoken in years.
What?
But like they're married with kids now and everything.
Oh, so that's where it got sticky.
But how? This was years before y'all even knew each other.
But still, you know his wife pussy feel like.
Yeah, but
If that's his wife, though, like, he just needed to pretend that it never
What?
happened. So that's
Am I
why he
lying?
just deaded the friendship.
All right,
though.
but look,
You
all right,
know
so let
if
me
it grips or
let
not.
me break it down to
Like,
you.
he really loved her.
Let me break it down to you. Me and him probably knew each other since we were 17,
Oh, shit.
Damn.
18 maybe. Actually, no, younger than that, probably 16. Her and I probably knew each other since we were like 15, right? We lost touch. Like, I didn't speak to her for years, whatever, right? I had bumped into her in the club, reconnected. We hooked up for like a summer, like, you know, was kind of messing around. And then it just kind of stopped. So then my cousin used to date her friend. So my cousin had came to New York, and he was like, yo, I'm going to go pull up on, you know what I'm saying? And we going to go. I said, oh, word, I ain't see her in years. Like, I'll pull up with you. Because, like, we all grew up together.
Yeah.
So I went over there, pulled up. So we in the building. We talking or whatever. So my homeboy, he moved into the same building she lives in. So we in the lobby, like, we kind of just kicking and talking. And my homeboy comes in. I'm like, yo, what's good? We talking, da-da-da-da. And he just kind of like, he like, yo, hit me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what we link up, play ball, whatever. Like, cool. He go upstairs, whatever. Me and my cousin in the lobby talking to them. So I'm kind of pushing up on her a little bit. Because, you know, we got that history. We done did this a couple times. We know what it is. So I'm like, yo, what's up? Why you acting funny? Like, you know, I'm doing that. I'm laying that down. So her friend says, why she got to be acting funny? Like, maybe she got a boyfriend now. And I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Like, oh, I said, you got a man? She was like, yeah. She's like, I'm dating somebody. Like, I said, oh, my bad. I was like, I wouldn't even, like, you know, I'm respectful. I wouldn't even be up on you if I knew you had a man. So I said, okay. I said, how long you been in a relationship? She said, you know, like, maybe like 5-6 months. I said, oh, that's what's up. I said, where he from? Both of them just start laughing.
Damn.
So I'm like, what the fuck is the joke? So I'm like, where he from? They like, the Bronx. I'm like, word? What part? So they like, here. I know him. So then they laughing again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who is it? So then she was like she kind of like pointed to the elevator. Like, I was like, oh. And I knew it was a vibe because when we said what's up and I was like, yo, what's good? It was kind of like he wanted to just keep it moving.
Oh, so they already knew and had this
They probably did the
Of course
debrief.
he knew. Of course he knew. But I didn't know. I was the one in the blind. Like, I didn't know anything. So I was like, so I kind of got mad at her. I was like, yo, why wouldn't you tell me that when we first pulled up? Because when he walked in the building, I was kind of like
amped to see your dog.
No, I was hyped to see him. But when he saw me when he was coming to the building, I was up on her close. Like, I was laying my G down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, that's whack. Because if I'd known that, I wouldn't have been that close up on you.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to think that I knew that. And I'm just like, yo, whatever. Like, yo, what's up? Because that's not that ain't my bop. I don't get down like that. So I felt kind of bad. So when we left, I called him. I was like, yo, bro, I didn't know. He said, nah, I know. He was like, yo, we spoke about it. Like, I told her I didn't tell you yet. And she told me she didn't tell you. I said, yeah, but why you ain't tell me that? Why you didn't, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, honestly, y'all didn't see each other in 2 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, why I tell you? I was like, yeah, that's true. But long story short, they both don't speak to me no more. Like, it's just like, wow. And we all literally like grew up 15, 16, 17 years old together. So I didn't get an invite to the wedding.
Damn.
Yeah,
and you just let it be. You're never like, yo, why did
that
you
though?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, cool, if it means that we can't be friends no more because me and her have history and y'all are happily married with a family, it's cool, bro. Like, I know it wasn't no bad, like, fallout. It was just like, yo, it's going to be a bit uncomfortable if you still cool and we still all kicking it. And I respect that, but it's just whack that it played out like that because we all literally grew up together. So that type of situation, I'm not marrying no girl, my man, like you still.
Word. They were so prepared at everything and talked about it in advance, and still they were the ones that couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
They couldn't tell me about it. And I'm like, but why would you have me in this lobby all close up on you in your ear? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm kicking G. I'm like, yo, what's up? Let's go upstairs. What's up? I'm on that type of time. And she like, nah, chill. I'm like, all right. I'm like, you acting funny. And that's when I was like, why she got to be acting funny? And I'm like, oh, that's your boy.
But she's also low key wild for not being like, yo, back up off me. I'm dating.
Yeah, I should have just stayed.
Because I would have been like, yo, move. My man just walked past you, stupid.
Yeah, but is that the time to tell me?
Yes. I'm going to tell you.
Or tell me this beforehand.
Yeah, beforehand.
But did I know you were going to come here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I would have told you
knew
before.
I was
I thought you
pulling
just
up.
like showed up and then I'd be like, yo.
She only came downstairs because I was with my cousin. Like, a friend was coming downstairs to see my cousin.
Got it.
And he like, yo, Mal with me. She's like, oh, word? Oh, yeah, I'm coming downstairs.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So we just all in the building chilling. Like, but it's like, why wouldn't you tell me that? And then he live in this building. Say it was somebody I didn't know, I might get shot in this lobby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what you have to tell me that. So now it's like, okay, I keep my space. Let me back up off you.
Yeah.
But it just whacked that we not friends, but they happily married and everything. So it's all love.
That's good.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I hope you get like married, kids, all this
It's going to
stuff.
happen. You know, on God's time. Inshallah. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen on God's time, not mine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm open to it. That's the important part. I just got to be open to receive it.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. Like, I'm not rushing it. I'm not forcing it. But if I meet somebody and we kicking and we vibing, let's just see where it go.
Yeah. I love that.
You know what I mean? It's just a big misconception about me.
It is.
It is. I know. It's okay.
People are like, Mal's gonna come on your podcast and be all too cool for school. But you better break down his wall. I think we broke down the walls a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we got really good insight. Yeah, people are like, he's gonna come on, be too cool for school. Y'all better
People
talk
think
to
that's an act. Like, I'm like, bro, this is who I really am. Like, I just be chilling, man. It's not an act. Like, I'm not pretending. Like, this is just me every day, like, you know, how I am. But people think because of the internet and social media and podcasts, and they're like, oh, you acting. Anybody that knows me know, like, that's who he's always been his entire life.
Yeah, that's good. Because I was kind of nervous. I'm like, yo, I know how this nigga's gonna be in real life. He might be a little standoffish.
Me?
I don't know. We've only talked through text and DMs. So, you know what I'm
when
saying?
I finally sent you my number, you was like, oh, I get the number. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not
when
going
you dropped his number, I said, word.
I'm not going to keep DMing. That's not corny. To keep DMing somebody after a while, it's like, yo, why are we doing this?
But
like,
I know a lot of
take my
people that
number.
try to style on you like that. Like, they
100%.
don't want you to have
Their
number.
number.
Yeah, but you a weirdo now. Get out my DM.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we DMing for a few days, it's like, yo, what we doing?
You just dropped it. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know I was allowed to.
Yeah, I'm coming to Toronto. You know what I'm saying? You want to do the show? All right, well, shit, take my number. Like, what I'm going to do? DM you like, hey, what's the address? That's corny. No, I'm bugging?
No, you're right. No, you're right.
It seems a little corny to me, but
No, I agree.
Saint wouldn't have had to call you.
Right?
exactly. But I thank y'all for having me, man. I love what y'all doing.
Thank you so much for coming. This was great.
Yeah, man.
This is like I think this is a crazy moment for us. This is a really good moment.
It's a good moment for me too. I'm in a city that I love. I'm in a city that I have a lot of love and respect for, a lot of appreciation for. I spent a lot of time here, so this is like another home for me. Toronto, Montreal has a forever place in my heart. So it's good to connect with, you know, people doing good things in the city and to see that the culture is moving forward.
Thank you.
Respect and love to what y'all doing. Keep doing y'all thing, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. This pod is like our baby, so it's crazy to see just like now we're sitting in the room with like people who we used to look up to pod into.
We were recording like in my bedroom, and I had to move furniture in order to make it look like a studio.
Yeah, like this.
And just a lot of
the fact that y'all came in like, oh, like this is a great spot. How long can be like, yo, we used to record in the ghetto.
But you hear me? Y'all had some of y'all best conversations in there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
also, though, just to why this is such a full circle, like, I was, you know, I'm a big fan of podcasts and podcasting, and what you were doing at the time and everything was stuff that I was a big fan of, you know?
That he would always reference, yo, we got to be like this, we got to be like this. And I'm like, yo, who are these niggas?
We had fun with it, man. We definitely, you know, Rory and myself, we speak about it a lot, like just looking over the past. Because we did it. We started, 2017? I started. Actually, I had a podcast before that.
Yeah.
Like back in like 2012, 2013 maybe. But taking it seriously like 2017, and Rory and myself was talking about it like, bro, like we did London, and I was like, yo, why did people in the theater in London waiting to see me? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm just talking. I'm not singing, rapping, going out here kicking, having a good time. And it's just like you start to see those moments where you understand the impact that you had and the things that the walls that you broke down for something that I think is therapeutic. When I think podcasting is very therapeutic, and it's very informative. I think it's very necessary. I think it's very honest, and I think it's very very needed for the future of the culture and to keep, you know, conversations and certain dialect going at all times, and to see people like y'all doing y'all thing, and with me and Rory being able to do, it's like we can see it. I don't like to speak on it a lot, but we can see our imprint on the culture of podcasting, and we can see that the changes that we made and the walls that we knocked down. So it's good to see people that are cool, people that love what they're doing, and people that care about what they're doing continue to do what they're doing. So this has been a pleasure for me to come on here, kick it with y'all. And anytime y'all, y'all feel like y'all want me to pull up on y'all and kick it again, I'm only 45 minutes away.
Oh, thanks.
You know what I'm saying? So just hit me and let me know what's up. I'll pull up in Toronto.
Oh, I appreciate it. This is good. I'm excited to see the reaction to this. Because we're not going to do we're just going to drop it. We're not going to do no promo. We're not going to do
This is like honestly, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to wake up next Wednesday and be like, what the yo, is that Mal the podcast? Yeah.
Y'all should name this episode, Honestly, Let's Pod.
Say
Boom,
less.
I just gave y'all that. Peace.